What's going on, everybody? We are live, and we're missing a couple people that will be joining us later. I am your host, Sam Culturedog Hatch, and then I've got a fine little panelist selection here with me tonight, including my man, Ryan Cushing, over here in the next panel. What's going on, buddy?
How's it going? Tonight's sponsor is Polish potato vodka in a Walgreens cup.
Oof.
And throwing back to Media Play.
Nice.
Wow, Media Play. Saturday afternoons are back, baby. Time to run some errands with Dad.
And with that, I will pass it off to Chris Haller.
Now I wish I had like a Circuit City or a CompUSA mug. Bring out some Fry's electronic stuff.
Hey, we can make it happen.
I'm sponsored by unknown tea that I'll never reveal in a jar.
Ooh.
Classy, mysterious.
Yeah, that's urine.
You got
straight urine.
I'm sorry.
That, right?
Who's urine? I know you've been in the military a long time, but I don't think urine is supposed to look like that.
No, it's not, but you'd be surprised.
Wow. Anyways, hey, who's this over here? Is that Maxine?
Maxine the LaserDisc Queen here for a short little pop-in on this one because I'm going to go see a movie in 35mm at 7 o'clock, and it's 5 right now. But I am sponsored by Swatch, summer of 93.
Sweet. Wow, they were still going in 93, huh?
Oh yeah, that's Pop Swatch time.
Wow, all right. Yeah, I was more like 80 Swatch. I mean, not say I had any, but, you know, I saw the commercials. Benetton, Swatch, all that good stuff. Yeah.
What is Swatch?
What is Swatch? What?
Get out of here. Vote him now.
That's a whole other podcast. Swatchcast coming up later.
What the hell is happening?
Anyways, what's going on, Hayden? Welcome back.
It's a watch from the 80s. Look it up. Swatch watch.
Not much. Just sponsored by water, as usual. Yep. Eager to talk about Luc Besson's adaptation of Jodorowsky and Moebius's classic comic, The Inkle.
Ooh, getting into some controversial lawsuit action there. I see what you're doing. Cool. Excellent. Luke, you joined us. What's up?
Yeah, sorry I'm late. Hey, glad to be here.
It's okay. It's not like we're going live at 8 or anything.
Whatever, man.
Yeah. I mean, they seem like nobody's
early.
screaming.
It's only 5. It's only 5 here. So we're good.
Come back in 3 hours, everybody. We'll probably still be going live. Good time. So, yeah, we do have at least maybe one other person joining us as the evening progresses. So get ready. Strap yourselves in. It's about to, we have surprisingly not really done much coverage on this film in particular. We're going to be discussing a very important French art house film because people talk about, you don't do enough foreign films, not enough, French cinema. So we're like, all right.
They say that all the time.
Yeah.
Just nonstop.
And so we're like, all right, whatever. So we're going to talk about a film from Luc Besson called Le Cinquième Élément. And you may have heard about it. It's, a romantic tale of a taxi driver and a young fare that falls into his cab, and they get into some adventures. And it's a LaserDisc staple, so everybody should have a copy of it. I know we probably all have a copy of it, though I know somebody's watching on 4K, at least one of these guys. Ryan's got one behind him. Traitor. But yeah, this was Max's idea, I think, to talk about Fifth Element, right?
Yeah, I thought the throwback is the OG podcast did a topic on this.
We did, yeah, with Moikey and Sean.
Needed the topic back.
Honest Blu-ray says there's 4K LaserDisc releases. Yeah, apparently they're like little tiny ones. Yeah, but yeah, the Fifth Element. It I did not have it on LaserDisc first. I got the DVD like a knucklehead, and then got it later. But yeah, of course, you got to have the that US copy there. I have another one with the blue sticker. Does yours have the blue sticker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you gotta have that cool sticker and the Dolby Digital tag as well. And yeah, it's not really coming in that well.
I'm gonna vouch for the much more distinct and vibrant Japanese LaserDisc.
I enjoyed the Japanese LaserDisc very much.
Better art.
Yeah, I think
I thought it looked great. I mean, yeah.
It's good.
it's
Americans
just, it's very
better.
interesting that
Okay.
the American
It's harder.
emphasizes emphasizes the talent.
Yep.
Whereas the Japanese artwork very distinctively emphasizes
Floating
the
heads.
beautiful art design around.
Where's the break on the side 2 on the American? Because it was pretty good. It was when he says 10. They're counting down. And he says 10, and that was the end of the first disc.
Side
Do you
2,
remember?
calming things down, and side 3 is the control room. So yeah, I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Because you all watch it on Blu-ray and are lying.
Actually, no, I pretty much exclusively watch this on LaserDisc nowadays. So
I'm willing to proudly lie and talk about how great this 4K disc is.
where's
Yeah,
jabronis? Who's got the French one, man? This is how you rock it.
That guy. Look at that guy.
Yeah,
He shut up.
Sam, do you have a PAL player?
yeah. I got
Yes.
2 now. So
That's
I can
great.
watch Fifth Element, Cinquième Element in 2 different rooms. Yeah,
Because
It'll be a couple minutes shorter, right?
Pal.
just gonna have it streaming all day. Anyways, Max, why don't you lead us off? Tell us what drew you to the Fifth Element in the first place.
Oh my gosh. My dad, big Bruce Willis fan.
Mhm.
I have watched The Fifth Element with my dad pretty much my entire life. He's a huge fan of this movie. And I every time it would come on cable, I'd watch it. We had it on DVD when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure we may have had it on VHS as a kid.
Mm.
And I obviously when got into LaserDisc, I got the LaserDisc. I love this damn movie. I love all of just the creative set design and the fashion and just all of the flight attendants, the wacky, just everything is so wacky and futuristic and Zorg. I mean, everything. It's a damn near perfect movie. And I put it only with Roadhouse in my list of damn near perfect movies.
I mean, yeah, it delivers. It's a good Friday night movie, Saturday night movie, any night of the week. Fifth Element, if it's on, you're gonna watch it. Yeah. I might know a couple people that don't enjoy it, but I mean, I don't know.
I haven't met someone yet.
I don't even know if they're really human or not. But anyways,
Yeah.
Fifth Element. Rod Knox says he saw it in the theaters back in the day. Yeah, I did too. I saw it opening weekend in a theater in Boston with blown speakers. So, I mean, I had no idea half the stuff Ruby Rod said. Also, because I was in the 5th row, on the side of the screen, so we're staring at it like that. So when he's doing his whole DJ stuff at the Opera House, I'm like, what is he saying? But I still got the gist of it. It was a great time. Saw it a few times in the theater, and yeah, the Fifth Element. All right, Ryan, you're crunked. What do you think of the Fifth Element? Is it Brotarian?
Well, you've got Bruce Willis chewing up scenery, doing Bruce Willis things.
Yeah.
But the entire movie is so batshit around him, and he just goes through it like a warrior, basically, even though he's a retired military person who's trained in every weapon in spacecraft, obviously.
He's only been out for 6 months.
Yeah. And he's driving a cab, albeit very
He's not
poorly,
doing well.
but still
He's
also
not doing
really
well.
Yeah.
And he's good friends with his Chinese food guy.
I love the Chinese food guy. You know,
Mr.
it's
Kim.
he's very borderline racist a little bit, but I'm like, this is fine. Because he's got some depth to his character there, and when he says you're fired.
Oh, guaranteed to be good news.
See good and bad. I
Fired.
like.
Terrible. Oh,
Yeah, that's one of my 2 favorite scenes in the film. It's just so good. I just want to get some egg rolls from a junk floating outside of my high rise.
freaking ship of delivery service.
Yeah,
I love it.
so good. And that was the other interesting thing too. Design wise for futuristic stuff, everybody has a New York that's sunken, the oceans rise. This is the only one where it went the other way. All the water's gone, so the original city is way up here. The Statue of Liberty is way up there, and you can see the Brooklyn Bridge in the background, and so everything's all below where New York is now. So,
Look at that.
yeah, I mean, just the world building is amazing. Apparently,
Yes.
Luc Besson had been thinking about this world since he was 16. So,
Cool.
And
Thinking
it
about
shows. It really does. I mean, I was thinking about it today, and just what I love about it is every small choice and all the details behind that small choice, choices that are just for a second, and like the rats in the airplane, and like just my favorite was always the garbage in the airport. Like, what?
Yep.
Who thought of that? Like, oh yeah,
I love that.
It's
I
great.
love that
It's like,
too.
I'm sorry for all the garbage. Okay.
Yeah, and that was the realism of this world. Like, I don't know, everyone has the kind of super optimistic future where everything's great and smooth and perfect, but they're like, all right, we have this fancy futuristic airport, but there's also tons of garbage everywhere. And yeah, my favorite scene will always be the guys working underneath the spacecraft going to Floston Paradise there. Because they're just going about their job. Like, he took the time.
Going out. He's like, I'll take you out later, right?
They took the time to show us these guys that are just having a good time, chatting, changing out, like plutonium fuel cells or whatever on the spacecraft while smoking.
Yeah. There is no ocean in the future.
And finding, like, space barnacles hanging out underneath the ship. Love it. Chris. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to see what Chris thought.
Yeah.
I love this movie. I watched it when I was a teenager for the first time. Puts me about 10 years out. I rewatched it. I finished it about 40 minutes ago to get ready for the podcast. And I could not believe how distinctly 1990s this movie feels. Like, in terms of production design, like the visual effects are halfway between CGI and traditional models and matte paintings, and there's just this beautiful retrofuturism blend to it. It's a very colorful movie.
Yeah.
A lot of modern sci-fi movies, I think they try and reflect this idea that the world isn't great and it's dark and it's gray and it's edgy, and this movie very much feels like it's reflecting the optimism of the mid-90s. The economic boom that happened across the world, all of these different things, feels like it's very much reflected in the bright and colorful commercialism that's baked into this movie. There is some truly beautiful product placement that just brings a smile to my face. That large McDonald's sequence is very, very funny.
I'm definitely too thirsty.
I think Besson is very... Yeah, he's been thinking about this for 16 years at this point, or whatever, 16 to 18 years. And it shows, because everything he's made after this has not been nearly as remarkably refined. This is like the peak of this man's career. And he assembles like one of the best casts. I mean, wow. Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much that she's been in besides like Resident Evil. But she is so good at playing this role, like very softly, but then jumping into action mode very organically. Bruce Willis, he chews the scenery, but there's also a lot of heart under his performance. He's really easy to empathize with. He's really easy to want to emulate.
I mean, he is a meat popsicle, so who doesn't love that?
I like the design of the military weapons. It's very much a mid-90s thing. Like, have you seen Judge Dredd? They also have these giant, chunky rifles in both of these movies. It feels like a 90s thing. And the score is so good.
Yeah, I forgot to bring the CD. I've got it in a stack near me. Eric Serra doing great stuff.
Yeah, he did this, and he did GoldenEye right before this.
Yep.
And GoldenEye is like him trying to emulate the Bond scores of previous, Bond entries, of course. But this is it's very much its own distinct thing. This movie is the epitome of uniqueness.
Now, Hayden, you're a fan of heavy metal and all things cool French graphic design and everything. So this should be right up your alley, maybe?
Yeah, and yeah, I actually watched this movie for the first time a few years ago when I first got into LaserDisc. Mm-hmm. Actually through the DVD, because I wasn't sure which release to get, and our local video store was going out of business, so I got one for like $2. So then Maxine actually hooked me up with a rot-free Pioneer pressing of the US release.
Yeah, we didn't even get into that yet.
Yeah.
So watching it earlier this week was just the second time I've ever seen it, and the thing that I remember the most from the first time watching it, that I think is kind of, for me, what defines the movie, is just the nonstop energy throughout the whole thing, and the way there's there's almost always like 3 or 4 things going on at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not just like an A plot, a B plot, and a C plot. There's like an A shot, a B shot, and a C shot for each little moment that the movie is going along.
Yeah, the
I
guys
just
with
like the way it juggles all these elements.
Under the airplane I was talking about, that like takes place alongside what, like 3 or 4 other scene between people
Yeah,
trying to
like
get on
the priest is trying to get on the plane. They're cleaning the bottom of the plane. Zorg is chewing out his guy who wasn't able to get on the plane.
Ruby Rod is
Bruce
performing
Willis.
cunnilingus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want one position. I want all
positions.
But yeah, and just the way it's juggling all these things, and then Chris mentioned the music. The way the music isn't just like a backdrop; it's like a part of it. Like there's this way that it all comes together to just form this whole world that's just so perfectly alive and energetic.
And especially
just,
the opera scene, of course, speaking of music.
God.
Yes, yeah.
Best part.
No, Luke isn't a fan of the opera scene, right?
We'll talk about it
That
later.
scene was awesome. How can you not like that scene?
I know, literally.
I'll gladly
Like,
tell you.
Tell me. I want to know.
I will say it wasn't as cringy it wasn't as cringy this time today.
Cringy.
But I remember when I saw it in the theater, I saw it with my friend, and we got out, and he's like, "That scene was so cool." I'm like, "No, it wasn't."
Oh.
To me, it feels like if you actually went the opera stuff, cool, down, that's fine. It's like if you actually went to an opera, like an honest to God opera, and they're like, "Hey, we need to be hip. Let's throw in some different music into our opera, like our known musical style forever and ever." And you're just like, no, no, thank you. I don't like it. It feels very, again, like this time it was not as bad, with some age on it. But the first time I saw it, I'm like, I like everything about this movie except that part where she starts dancing during the opera.
But she's got the cool moves, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You
Sorry,
got
Luke,
me.
you know, I great for this episode.
Yeah, I can like and the thing about that is that they said it in a very like it's the most present day looking venue in the entire movie. Like they turn the camera to face the audience, and that's just a regular opera house. So like I see where you're coming from, Luke, where it doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the tales of all the people in the audience that Ruby Rod starts talking about. Like I want to see movies about all those other characters.
I want to see a movie that's just Ray's backstory.
Yeah.
Is it is he the guy, the hearing impaired guy with the white hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's my favorite.
I love Ray. He's like throwing him these like
the balls.
Croquet balls.
Yeah.
Because it was croquet balls because they did the thing, right? The trip.
Gemini croquettes.
Yeah, croquettes. I didn't catch that before.
That was like a snack, I think, right?
Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Yeah.
Because he's got an empty box of Gemini croquettes in his.
Okay,
Corbin
not
Dallas
croquettes
does, yeah.
balls. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
Edit
mean,
this out. Edit this part out.
It's a subtext. Croquet, croquettes. It's all a thing. We got Marcus in the house. Welcome, Marcus.
Hey, good to see everybody.
Now, you're a sci-fi guy. Had you seen Fifth Element before, or did we force you into watching this?
I had only seen it one time, kind of like Hayden. I had seen it when I first got the LD a few years ago, and so this is only my second viewing, just like Hayden, my second viewing of this movie.
How'd it go?
But no, it went great. I mean, the world that it creates is just is quite special and very unique. I saw some influences second time around from other films because I was watching it, with an eye to talk about it. At first, when you first looked at it, the first scene, I'm like, "Whoa, is this gonna be like Indiana Jones like?" Because it kind of has that feel a little bit. Clearly not, because that's not the world that it stays in. And then even some of the ships reminded me. They look very heavily influenced by Star Wars to some extent. Those very large ships look somewhat like Star Wars. So I did notice that this time around. Did not see last time.
Yeah, especially some of the kind of like bulbous rebel freighters and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars was probably lifting it from the same sources that Luc Besson was lifting his ideas from, I'm sure.
Right. But Luke, I agree with you. That opera scene feels forced. Nothing else in the movie feels forced. Everything else integrates really well. It's really fluid, goes together. But when they did that, I literally thought, they didn't really get any consultants that know anything about hip hop or anything to like weigh in on what this
Yeah.
feels like, or is this authentic or not? Yeah, so no, I agree, Luke.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a bit jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that? Hmm?
I mean, I'm
I
not
love
sure
it.
if hip hop is how I would describe that. More like European electronic music
right.
of the 1990s.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
This
how I
movie's
felt.
French as fuck, guys. Let's just be real. This is the most Hollywood French movie ever made.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the opera scene doesn't seem that weird considering like subway, like there's a new wave band just hanging out in a subway tunnel. Like it's very kind of Luc Besson in its blood, like that kind of goofy musical style. Yeah.
Talking
I
about
guess what-
90s house music, my favorite cameo is the DJ Tricky is in the movie.
As
He's the guy.
was it right? I think right arm and left arm are the name of the henchmen of Zorg, Gary Oldman's character. And yeah, so Tricky is one of the two henchmen. And yeah, his voice. All right, yeah, the casting. Come on.
Casting is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I want to start with when did Friday come out? So how
95.
95. Yeah.
when did this
95.
movie come out?
So this is 2 years later.
Yeah.
97.
So you got Chris Tucker and you got Tiny Zeus Lister.
Yep.
And-
As the
and
president of the the universe.
President.
Yeah, president.
Yes,
He's
of
the best
the
president.
world. He's
Yeah.
the president of the world. No, yeah, the world.
We are the world.
You got Ian Holm. Ian Holm is crushing it. He's maybe the real star of the movie. Like he really is carrying this movie on his back.
He's got comedy chops. He's got some drama there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got fucking Gary Oldman, who's doing an incredible choice with that Southern accent.
Yeah.
That is an amazing. He's going with it, and it's work. And his hair, and when he bleeds, he sweats blood.
Yeah, right.
Amazing.
Out of control, his fashion.
The weird
is out
kind of plastic kind of headpiece.
And I felt, but
Oh,
yeah,
I love it.
and then Mila, and then Bruce. You're talking that he's chewing the scenery. I don't know if I would agree. He's lightly acting. Which in Bruce Willis world is just like amazing
And he's
he
mugging
never
for
does
the
anything.
camera sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was incredible. I actually looked up pre-Obama black presidents in movies, and he was always my favorite. Tiny Zeus Lister, like yes, that's
Yeah, he's great. And then Brian James from Blade Runner and tons of B movies and stuff shows up.
Yeah.
Man, everybody and their mother is in this thing.
Luke
And
Perry.
Luke Perry. And there and
Yes.
again, Aziz Light, who hasn't seen that scene a million times trying to tune up their televisions.
The fact that Luke Perry is in this movie is as shocking as seeing Luke Perry in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, what are you doing here, Luke Perry?
Just hanging out with this professor. Yeah. That whole scene is great too, because there's all these like miscommunications, and he thinks that they're these priests are trying to kill his fun professor friend, but they're trying to do good, and so much
They're
fun.
like big old armadillo robots that are just like
Side by side.
bumbling into the wall.
They
It's
say time doesn't matter. What does he say? The last
Yeah.
thing he says?
Only life matters. Yeah.
Only life matters.
Yeah.
Damn right, armadillo robot.
And yeah, the whole concept is that there's these 5 mystical stones that will somehow be able to be put back into this temple sometime in the future and stop ultimate evil from destroying everything and making your head bleed oil. So
Yeah, and the ultimate evil ends up just being the giant log monster from Star Trek 4, essentially. Just destroying ships and taking out satellites.
yeah. Baron Munchausen himself is in there and taking control of a ship it's trying to launch nuclear weapons into it to stop it.
Is that Baron Munchausen? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
playing the captain or commander of that
Yeah.
ship there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a
I
doubt,
felt
sir.
bad for
I do.
I felt bad for Gary Oldman because he clearly made some deal with this devil of some kind, and he just got to get those stones to him. And when that scene where he opens the box, he's laughing. Oh, they're not here.
And that's the fun thing too is they don't actually cross paths. Like plot wise, it's Gary Oldman versus Bruce Willis and Mia Jovovich and their kind of their quests, but they don't actually hang out or talk to one another.
Right.
It's like they're taking off from the spacecraft as Gary Oldman's landing.
Well,
before-
Melia and Gary Oldman have a seat together,
Yep.
and she jumps up into the ceiling. That's about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah,
And
it's
then
interesting.
he has such a non-Hollywood character death.
Oh, that was great.
It's a beautiful. It's a very like. There's no like big emotion to it. It's just.
Like, yeah.
The alien, yeah. For honor. He brings out his locker combination
Oh
lock.
gosh, those I want to talk about those aliens. Those freaking aliens are like some of my favorite alien designs. And the scene where Bruce and the guy who's like supposed to be in charge of everything, he's wearing the striped shirt, he's like scared to death.
Yeah.
And
Fog.
he's just
That's his name.
stammering.
Yeah.
And he's just like and he's like, do you want me to take a look? And he's like, and then he's like, there's okay, and he just shoots everybody, and he's like, there's two of them. He's like, where do you learn to do that?
I wonder.
Yeah, I just love that whole. I love that whole environment.
Yeah, so much fun. I mean, again, going on vacations and fun things like that. So I love that there's this whole kind of vacation aspect to the film. You know, even though it's a mission, they're still going to Hawaii in space essentially. So
Floating
that's
cruise ship.
That's
Yep.
like the whole reflection of the prosperity of the 1990s through this movie. It's very fun to consider.
Oh, color to the other scene I would always tune my television to is the scene where they bring Lilu back, clone her DNA from this little hand that they got from a spaceship crash. And there's this crazy bit where the medical assistant is rolling in under this black light, and his whole face is like glowing deep, kind of like indigo, and then of course the gold foil all over the room when they're bringing her back, and the kind of greenish injection liquid, and I love it. I love the music for that whole scene too.
Yeah.
It's just good. Yeah, it's this good, like, I don't know. It's like almost like an opera piece, and it just takes its time to show you this world. Lots of CG in there, of course, as well. Cutting edge, circa 1997.
It looks good though. Like I don't feel like it.
I don't think it's aged. Yeah, no.
That's the thing. It's like the style. I don't know. Yeah, the stylization of it. It's just you could probably do a technically better job now, but yeah, it doesn't look bad.
I
Yeah.
will say
CGI is mainly used for like machines and ships, and that kind of stuff doesn't age as bad as like creatures and organic.
Yeah,
things,
good call.
You know,
I mean, I will say I watched the 4K Blu-ray. I have seen the LaserDisc. It all meshes a little bit better in a lower resolution. Kind of like what they used to say with like Star Wars. It looked better on film because of the gen loss.
There you go.
'Cause there's stuff that's pretty glaringly like, that's CGI.
Get a
in the
LaserDisc, everybody.
90s. Yeah, it turns out LaserDisc, the future.
And
Yes.
again, we mentioned before, there's two pressings of this American release. One is by DADC USA, and that's a rotter. And one is by Pioneer USA, and that is not a rotter. And apparently Max has them all, because, like, I think, Marcus, you got one from Max too, right?
Yeah, I got one from Max, and it's the DADC, and it does not have rot.
Oh, okay. You got a
Which
clean
somehow I got that. Have we talked about the fact that this?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
We lost Marcus.
Just says always.
He got shut down.
You lost me again? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, you're back, though.
Oh, you're still there. You came
I'm back.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
It's like your whole family streaming stuff upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm probably connected. We have two internet hotspots. I'm probably connected to the wrong one. I'll reconnect later. But yeah, we talked about the fact that this doesn't say Dolby Digital on the rear cover.
Yeah, there's a sticker on Ryan's copy.
Oh,
It seems
okay.
like they were planning on not paying the Dolby Digital licensing and then changed their minds at
Right.
the last minute. So
But the Japan pressing has it. Yeah.
yes, right there on the OB as Chris
Yep.
is showing you. Yep.
Give me the 5.1.
And of course, the Japanese copy and the French copy are
Yes,
gatefolds.
sir.
That's my cue, guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna
time to
see
go?
ya. That was so good.
hey,
Hey.
have fun at the movie.
So,
Enjoy.
We'll see ya.
Have fun. Enjoy.
Take it easy.
Culturedog in the house. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Beardo. All right, where'd Marcus go? Ah, you're back.
I switched my internet.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
All on top of things. Let's see what's
All
going
right.
on in the chat quick. Oh, Ian says Leon is his favorite Luc Besson film. Yeah, that's the Professional, aka Leon, is tough to beat as well. And Shane O says Judge Dredd is an excellent transfer too. Looks incredible. And yeah,
I'm gonna say, Judge Dredd, remarkably good for the quality of that movie.
yeah. Also, again, a pretty colorful. 90s sci-fi film. So
that was the thing about the 1990s is like the 80s, they had Blade Runner and that set the tone for the decade.
Yep.
And then the 90s moved on.
Johnny Mnemonic, this,
And then
Judge
and
Dredd.
then I even like The Matrix is a pretty colorful, bright movie compared to what they're pumping out in terms of science fiction today.
It's definitely got a lot of
They
green
ruined the color timing after
after the LaserDisc.
Exactly.
Did you guys all listen to the movie in Dolby Digital?
The Fifth Element.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I've
watched the
listened to it.
LaserDisc with the standard. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
I was gonna say I've done Dolby Surround and Dolby Digital. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
This
did we do have a surround sound system set up, but I don't have AC3 for LaserDisc. The standard surround track sounds really good. I'm sure the AC3 is better, but the surround track doesn't leave much to be desired, to be honest.
yeah, they're both great.
I will say this movie has an absolutely bumpin' soundtrack. Beautiful use of the entire, front, center, right, left, surrounds. Everything is just constantly active.
Yep.
The 90s were great for surround sound tracks because film prints had all of that digital sound down them. And this one is a champion of the loud, active surround mix.
I probably saw it in SDDS the first time I saw it, I bet, because it was in a Sony theater.
And I bet it rocked.
It did, yeah, except for those blown speakers. But that's probably why they were blown, because they were cranking it.
I mean, I turned this one up above my normal listening level because the dynamic range was just so good.
Luke's got a multipass this whole time.
Where'd you get that multipass from?
I think I got it at a thrift store a long time ago. It's kind of cool.
Whoa.
No idea.
Wow.
Yeah, multipass. There you go.
Yeah, again, quotes too. I mean, this movie's got quotes for days. Between all the multipass stuff, pretty much everything Bruce Willis says with his pals and stuff are crazy.
Supergreen. What kind of
Supergreen? Yep.
What does that even mean? Okay.
And again, that was supposed to be Prince's role, Ruby Rod, originally.
That makes sense.
Ah.
That totally makes sense.
And they just couldn't make it work. So with his touring and just being busy as a musician, and then it was between Chris Tucker and Jamie Foxx, and Luc Besson thought it would be funnier with Chris Tucker because he was Jamie Foxx looked like he could stand toe to toe with Bruce Willis and they could fight each other, and Chris Tucker was like he could put him in a crazy frilly outfit and make it more comedic,
totally
I
works.
guess. Yeah. So, man, Ruby Rod, man.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed this time around, and I've seen this movie a lot. Like I watched it in the theater, and it was just a staple growing up. And it reminded me. I feel like the Sci-Fi Channel movies now, all these horrible science fiction movies now. Like if they took this script and made it, it would be just terrible. Like the same script, but with the shitty everything. Yep. It felt like all these science fiction movies are just kind of trying to copy Fifth Element. Like, let's do some crazy shit like they did, or the plot wise anyway.
Yeah, it certainly paved the way for a lot. And in terms of cityscapes too, I mean, this beat Phantom Menace's Coruscant, to the screen, with the kind of crazy flying through the city and everything like that.
In a perfect world, we would have so many Fifth Element offshoots and sequels, and
right.
Instead of Star Wars crap. No offense.
Why is there no Sixth Element or?
We're Sixth Element, baby.
Well,
I don't know if you could pull it off. I think that's part of the problem.
So
how do you make a sequel?
You
Luc
could.
Besson, he goes on to,
we have the Mandalorian, for God's sake. Where'd that even come from? Like, you can make it work.
Well, it's really interesting to me that he makes this beautiful, vibrant science fiction movie, and then he goes on to make nothing like it ever again.
Yeah, even
Probably
Valerian
wasn't all him. It's a group effort, is what I would think. I don't know. And he was working on it forever and ever. I think that's a big point.
Yeah,
I mean, but like he doesn't even try. Did anyone here see Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets?
multiple times, yeah. And everyone expected it to be Fifth Element too, and apart from the some shared French comic book inspiration, It's a different beast. Yeah.
I didn't like it, but it is very interesting that it
Didn't
took me
like
that long.
Valerian? Get out of here! You whispered it.
Isn't my entire persona that I don't like movies?
Yeah. Again, not many people do like Valerian.
All right, here's why The Fifth Element sucks, guys.
Casting wise too, like not only the famous people we were talking about, like Ian Holm and Gary Oldman and stuff. I love that it was a lot of people you were never quite sure if it was a model that they were casting or maybe just some British stage actor you've never seen before. And it's just a lot of people that I don't see in other movies, like parading through here. Like Jean-Paul Gaultier did all these like stewardess costumes and things like that, and everyone just like from Lost in Paradise on looks like they stepped off of runway or something like that. I'm like, who are all these cool people in this film? And then of course I never saw them again in other films, but
Who was the Hawaiian musician when he comes off the plane and that very famous? Who is that guy's? What's that guy's name?
I'm not sure. But yeah, when they're getting delays and they're going through, when they get to Lost in Paradise, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. And even the actors who played the groundsmen, I looked them up, but I don't think I've seen them in anything else. And there's some people who this is like their only role. But I'd love to Matthew Kasovitz as the guy that tries to rob him, steal his gun at his door.
Who is that guy? Who is he?
Matthew Kasovitz. He's been in I'm trying to think of what else he was in recently. You've definitely seen him in other films. I'll look it up. But while you guys are chatting. But yeah, that whole scene is just so bizarre. The whole, give me the cash with the hat that looks like the hallway so that he could, put it in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So
I love how Bruce Willis just has a gun rack that just automatically comes out behind him, like just
loaded.
Magically comes out so he can take the gun and add it to his collection.
Like this happens all the time.
I was going to say, that's what it looked like. It's like he's just got a bunch of random shit,
Yeah, he's stolen from other people who have done the same thing to him. Yeah. So he just keeps,
I just imagine living in this New York City in the future. It's just a nightmare like that for like a regular person.
Yeah. And then he just does this weird dance. I love that because he's just like stymied. He's like, I don't know what to do now, so I'm just going to do a dance in the hallway. It's okay. You can keep it. So weird. Yeah, the weirdness level is off the charts in this film.
So I know a lot of you, maybe only Chris has seen it, but I think this is an apt comparison. I think that Bruce Willis's mother is the same character as Bo's mother, and Bo is Afraid. Chris, your thoughts? They're pretty similar.
Yes, one directly inspired the other. I won't say in what direction.
Well, one came out before the other. So
yeah, but I feel like one movie is going to transcend time and space, and
that's Fifth Element.
There's a lot of people trying to figure out exactly who. Some of the bigger characters in the film we don't see. His mother and then his boss. Some people thought it was Vin Diesel. I don't think Vin Diesel's his boss. Somebody
wait. The guy who calls him, right?
Yeah. And he's like, I see a picture of you. Yeah, how do I look? Right. Yeah.
It's an old picture.
Is it not credited at the end?
It's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is interesting. And I don't think his mother's credited either. So somebody figured out who she was.
But she's a scene stealer
at that time.
When they have her on the phone at the end of the movie, and he passes her off to the president, and then they just keep passing it back, and like no one even listens to it. They just know it's the most toxic shit imaginable. So the phone just ends up in the back of the room. But yes, very similar vibes to the relationship. Clearly, that the lead character in Bo is Afraid has with his mom, except. Corbin Dallas doesn't give a fuck what his mom has to say. So,
right? Yeah, we can have a sequel. Maybe his boss will show up. His mom will show up.
He's too busy.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Yeah. So many great quotes. And I'll probably be watching it another 10 times before the end of the year. I made my parents had not seen this film until about a year ago. I forced them to watch it, so they enjoyed it. So at least it still holds up.
You know what else I really like about this movie is that this movie is very comfortable with sex and sexuality as part of the human experience.
Yeah, it's got the James Bond ending with the phone there. It's pretty much,
Exactly. And it's like blue light and a freeze frame on them being intimate. It's like Hollywood today would never. They are so afraid of romance and physical intimacy, and this movie is just—it's all about it.
Yeah. We didn't even mention the language.
That was definitely a Bond moment, right? Where
Yeah.
they're boning into the credits kind of thing. Yeah.
And then, the politicians have to, deal with the funny comedy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
So explain to me, Sam, like you're good at this stuff. What exactly all right. So the aliens come down, the statue of the fifth element was in there forever. They'll say in 300 years, we'll be back. Okay.
Yeah.
So flash forward 300 years. And then I forget how she gets destroyed. The statue gets destroyed and they only have a little bit of her. Right?
Oh, of Lilu?
Yeah.
Yeah. She gets they're coming back and they get shot down by the other soldiers there. It's the Mondashawan are the good guys and the Mangalores are the bad guys. And so
shut her down.
Yeah.
Okay. So do they what would have happened if she didn't get destroyed? If it was that still same statue, would she have come to life and done it? Or did they cross her with another DNA?
Was she supposed to be in the statue?
Yeah,
I thought she had one of the armor hands, like what the big.
Yeah, I thought she was in one of the big kind of wobbly people. Yeah, and I thought the statue was just representative.
It was just there to look cool.
Yeah.
Why'd they take it?
Because it looks cool. They wanted it in their house. They didn't want to leave it on Earth.
Yeah, got to take the cool statue.
This would really bring my living room together. This statue.
My other question is too: why didn't they see the dead guy with his finger crushed in the door when they got there and opened the door? Shouldn't his corpse have been there?
Oh yeah, it was 300 years, man. Come on.
Yeah, true. Maybe they stepped over him. Yeah. They just didn't show it.
It was dust.
He eventually got out, and then he just died in the Egyptian desert.
Yeah. Apparently, too, there's in the original version, Zorg lived because his crazy gun that has every possible, Q-style gadget on it also had a little force field bubble. So originally, he hit the force field thing and then didn't explode and then just landed on a moon trapped. And so he was
something. Sixth Element. That was how Sixth Element was going to happen, but
right?
No,
they shut it
down. We gotta watch
Zorg dies,
Endor 5 because Endor.
The way Zorg dies is it is so funny, and I do love it. But I almost feel like the ending would be better if he somehow lived.
Yeah.
So then you could have just because I like the ending, but it feels just a little lower energy than the rest of the movie. And I feel like if he were there, potentially going to kill them.
Oh yeah, true.
So they're trying to figure out how to open the stones. They're trying to figure out what the fifth element even actually is. Beyond just Lilu.
And
then if you had Zorg coming down the hallway with his Swiss Army knife super gun,
ZF-1. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe with oil coming out of his forehead.
Yeah, he could have been really oily by then too, really nasty looking. Yeah.
It is really interesting how tensionless that ending is. Mm-hmm. Besides the tension they invent for themselves. And
no fire. Come on.
The contrived tension of a timer.
I don't smoke. Father, do you smoke?
Yeah.
I liked it. I like the ending. I like that he dies like that. And it's not a typical, we got to beat the big boss at the end kind of thing. It was.
Yeah, it is unexpected. And it is insanely hilarious the way just the alien's bomb picks up at 5 seconds when his bomb stops at 5 seconds.
Well, I thought he had another, it was the same bomb kind of, I don't know. Because that bomb was just that big.
It was a Russian doll bomb. Yeah.
I thought they were the same thing. And he just had another go button.
Maybe. For some reason, I thought the suitcase bomb was something that just the aliens had, that was their bomb that they had for some reason. But
because he deactivated his bomb.
Too coincidental.
It would make more sense for the suitcase bomb to belong to Zorg, which is why the timer picked up at 5. But it's funnier to think that theirs only starts at 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And there's bomb detection systems, but they only work when the bomb's ready to go off.
Yeah.
That's another detail I love. Every hotel has bomb alarms in it.
But only if the bomb is activated.
Right.
You can just transfer through. Oh, you're good. You haven't activated it. We're good.
Good times.
So, we're going to want to mention the scene that had me and my girlfriend just dying when we watched it is the scene in Zorg's office when he's choking on the cherry, and he's hitting all the buttons, and all these contraptions are just going off on his desk, and then there's just like a creature in his desk
with
for
an
some
elephant
reason
trunk
that just like there's a compartment, like it's not like a pet roaming the room, it just is trapped in here until he needs it for something.
He's trying to get it to like tap his back, and it's just like
yeah.
Oh, that's a sex animal right there.
I'm your desk elephant. So random. Yeah, there's like cards and stuff. There's like a Rolodex spitting out cards. And yeah.
No, like that was the joke about the creature we made, was like trying to figure out what it's there for. Like, and it's like, oh, this is there for devious purposes. And then my girlfriend was just like, if the look in its eyes, it looks so eager.
Further reinforcing.
He's excited. He's like, oh, is it time?
He could have come to rescue Zorg from his maroon planet situation, or his moon that he's on, and then sixth element.
Also, does the giant ball of death just become Earth's second moon?
I know, it just kind of stops and hovers there. So,
like, would that not have would that not have destructive consequences? Isn't Earth basically over anyways?
It's gonna mess with the tides.
I mean, the oceans have like completely like retreated. So what are
now,
they gonna do? Move the tides?
Yeah, there's so little ocean to work with. It's kind of a non-issue.
Yeah. Yeah, but what are they going to do? Rise again, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question, though. But yeah, the evil is not really, it's just evil. It's not really that hashed out. And even, it's interesting trying to intuit like exactly what the relationship is between the evil and Zorg, and how it can affect him through FM transmissions, essentially. Yeah.
It's interesting how de-emphasized the actual conflict is. And the stakes once the story picks up. Like, the beginning of the movie makes you think it's going to be this grand, epic scale, like everyone's going to have to band together, huge armies to do all this stuff. And it ends up just being like 3 people.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of it, man. Like, really. And I think about that scene a lot where he's sweating blood. I remember thinking about that. And I was like, what is that? What is happening? And they never explain it. Nope. And it's just great. Like, you don't even know if it's blood. You don't know, like somebody.
It's motor oil.
Could be a sex animal putting maple syrup on them. Like, you don't know.
And yeah, we didn't even mention the divine language. Luc Besson and Lilu there herself. They kind of worked on it. I think they had like 400 words or something in this fake language that they created for her Lilu to use in the film. And I don't know it. I don't know if it's on Duolingo, but I think you can learn it online if you're
a huge nerd.
Super nerd. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
There's Klingon and of course, Tolkien's Elvish languages, and then you can learn Sindarin, and you can learn the divine language. So my favorite line of hers is of course chicken, good. When she's getting chicken out of her,
she gets it out of them.
Yeah, whole chicken out of the microwave.
Yeah. I say that a lot anytime I'm microwaving chicken. I always do the chicken good. So
yeah, just alone in a room, no one's around to hear you.
Nope. Yeah, just by myself. Yep. And again, when I was in like forums back in like the home theater forum, my sign off was always negative. I'm a meat popsicle. Because that's what Corbin Dallas says when the cops are asking him to identify himself. And I'm like, what? Why is that a response that's valid?
It's not valid. It's a fuck you response.
Yeah.
Is that right? So
yeah. And I guess the neighbor just one-upped him with his smoke you.
Yeah. Smoke you. Wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
Yeah. Whoever says the sickest burn has to get arrested.
Yeah, that's right. He gets sacked up.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Why didn't he get, like the smoke you guy got it? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. That's funny. Good times.
Man, the 2 big action sequences in this movie are so well paced, so legible.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
And Chris Tucker has the amazing scream, for the big explosion. And they're kind of running, trying to keep safe under this table. And
the thing about Chris Tucker, it was so well. It wasn't too much. You know what I mean? Like, I can see like some people might say, oh my, that Chris Tucker was too, but it was just right for me. All of this could have been played too hokey, too silly, but it just hit just right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. So everyone should get Fifth Element. Japanese copy's nice. Obviously, better packaging. But the North American copy has Super NTSC. So, I mean, come on. Can't top that.
If you say the U.S. is better, that's saying something, because I thought the Japanese one was real good. I mean, I really
it's a
enjoyed
great
watching it.
disc. It's just the U.S. one is that much better.
Yeah,
Wow.
it goes to 11.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
What's going on in the chat, Ryan? You talking about DVDs in there?
Yeah, somebody was asking for like S video conversion without going too crazy, and I'm like, DVDs do it.
Yeah, or you can get like a DVD recorder. Luke, you got a DVD recorder recently. We're going to talk about that later, I think.
All right.
Any other important Fifth Element stuff you want to discuss before we move on to pickups?
There's a trader in the chat that says it's not a good movie.
Oh, who's
So
not a fan?
We should ban them. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not seeing it.
You gotta scroll up just a little.
It's not Spencer, is it?
It is not Spencer.
Okay, good.
That does seem like a Spencer take.
No.
No, he probably likes it.
Yeah, it's always fun when we put on a movie that everyone on the panel universally likes.
Yep.
Because the discussion is just so good. This is such a good movie.
Yeah, maybe Vinnie doesn't like it. We should add Vinnie on, but he's like all busy.
He doesn't like anything.
Yeah. He doesn't even know who Linnea Quigley is. Come on.
God, that was.
I didn't know who that was. I just didn't feel like getting yelled at.
I mean, yeah, that's half the navigating the chat, trying to
We
avoid
should
getting
do
yelled
Return
at.
of the Living Dead next. That's a good
Non-stop flaming. No.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, DVDs. I've got a DVDO Edge Green, so that's mine. But I know everybody likes the was the iScan Duo. I think is the one with the best.
It's all right.
filter.
It's not great, but it handles it. So.
Yeah. I just like mine because it does other things other than LaserDisc related stuff too. It does some heavy lifting on top of the, I can HDMI inputs. I can have like 4 things going into it, so it's handy. But there you go. I don't know, they're not easy to find nowadays though. Like the Edge Greens are kind of.
You're okay. Yeah.
But yeah, you can maybe find a Duo sometimes if you're looking. And then the VP30 and the VP50, those were kind of hot for a little while, but.
Oh god, I've got a DVDO in a box somewhere, and I haven't looked at it in 10 years.
Oh, Fred's got CLD R7G. Oh yeah, so you want that S video goodness, but you just want to transfer it to like component or HDMI then. So yeah, maybe a DVD recorder would be the way to go because that's pretty simple.
Yeah, if you can find one.
Yeah,
that works.
I mean, Luke found
I
one.
got one. Yeah, pretty.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're
Hayden's
out
got
there.
one.
Yeah,
I do have one. I only have to bump it a little to get it to recognize the disc.
I just gotta hit it just right.
Progressive maintenance.
Yeah, no, when you put the disc in it, it'll try to read, but it won't spin. And I thought maybe I'd open it to try to clean it out. But the DVD drive is like encased in like an impenetrable box. So I got frustrated
like
and just like I lifted one corner of the player and then it immediately read it. And now that works perfectly.
You should put like a coin underneath one corner of the player to keep it.
It's like putting a penny on the stylus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just to get it a little off balance there. Yeah, we'll be chatting about that later because I know Luke's been going nuts recording. But Fred actually says he has a DVD recorder but doesn't have HDMI. Ah, man. Yeah, the DMR E20 that me and Hayden have only has component out. But Luke's got the ES25, which has HDMI out.
It's true.
And I just got a 25 that arrived.
Oh, you got
this
one
past
too?
Week. Yes. Yes.
What are you doing here? Need you to be burning
I know.
stuff?
I'm supposed to be burning stuff, but y'all got me over here.
DMR cast. Let's just talk about Panasonic DVD recorders for the next 2 hours or so.
All right, so I'll just go take a nap.
Yeah. Do you have one? You should get one.
I'm sorry, DVD?
Yeah, we'll send
In
you
this
one.
household?
My God.
You can make discs for your friends.
I'm sorry, I have 2,000 laser discs. I'm all out of DVD space.
I will show you screenshots of our secret chat of me and Holler. He's like, thank you so much for these DVDs. You are the best. Hugs and kisses.
I got a DVD from Luke already. So
I was going to talk about the DVDs you have sent me.
I've just got one so
Not
far.
anymore.
You got to get caught up. I've got 3.
Oh, man. I just sent one to Luke. So now it's going to start this whole deluge of making DVDRs. So that's going to be a new podcast.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, my
The
God.
DVD piracy podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all just my own creations. I'm not like pirating anything that's
Oh no, yeah, for
broadcast
sure.
or laser discs or anything. So
You're recording a 40-year-old laser disc.
Oh man.
Prison time, baby.
What does it say right at the beginning when that
Yeah,
FBI
every
warning
single
screen-
one.
Oh,
Right.
man. I'm gonna be in the same cell with the guy that pulled the tag off the mattress, Mickey from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
You know, I cut one of them off.
Cut her off.
You'll be right up next to the guy that ate the silica gel pack that says "Do not
Do
eat."
not eat. Hard time hanging out with those guys. Anyways, let's do some pickups since we, I guess, killed Fifth Element. I think everyone in the chat knows that they need to go rent it and or buy it.
Or both.
Or both, yeah.
Until it arrives.
Let's see what I got. I got a few things. Not too much, but oh, Ryan got me some stuff because he's a nice guy. He sent me a copy of Doberman. Speaking of French films, so I wanted to get a copy of that. So now I got one. So luckily,
So that's AC. That's an AC3 disc, right?
it is. Let's see.
One of the only French movies. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's
Dolby
late
Digital.
release, too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that
so
or Crimson Rivers, right?
Yeah, I don't have Crimson Rivers. Ryan, you got Crimson Rivers you could send me?
Crimson
Zero
Rivers.
desire to get Crimson Rivers.
And again,
But do you have the cell?
yeah,
No. Terrible movie.
he's got stigmata though. I know that.
Have you watched Doberman though? Is it good?
No, I
Because it
just heard a
looks
lot
like
about
would
it.
be good.
So, and I knew Ryan had it, so I was like,
I
why?
too have it. If anyone would want it, just blink, just vaguely comment that it sounds cool, and it will show up.
I think Hayden looks like he wants one.
Coin.
What is a Doberman?
I've never
I don't
heard
even
There it
of
know.
it.
is.
I'll
There
take
you
it.
said it.
It's got Monica Bellucci in it, so yeah.
Oh, hottest of the hot.
And it's not in English.
Yes, again, it's
Okay,
gonna be
not
Howler
Japanese
doesn't care about
subtitles.
that
fine with
shit.
that.
Come on.
Howler knows how to do subtitles over Laserdisc.
That's right. And
so-
we're in the process of getting Luke's Genlog
We are,
stuff to
yeah.
put together.
And of
I've been
course,
reading a manual for
more
it.
French,
So.
Dolby Digital stuff. Taxi. I have the PAL version, but I wanted to get the French one.
It's the Jimmy Fallon movie, right? With
That was the remake of this film. With
God, get out of here with your 576i bullshit.
yeah, it's got Edith Piaf there back before she was famous. You know, Inception. And
Again, I wonder if that movie's good.
I've seen this like probably 10 times. It's fun. It's silly.
So-
It's got some good
Does it,
action
does it
scenes.
feature a taxi flying down a
It's.
hill like that?
Did you know Crazy Taxi was I don't know.
Pretty close. It's a Luc Besson written film. Then there's a ton of sequels to it, but it's about these two kind of characters. One guy's, a crazy, like he's into speed racing and he runs a taxi, but of course it's all tricked out so he could do illegal maneuvers and like it, lifts up and the tires change to like high performance tires. It's super silly. And then his buddy there is not really his friend, but he's a cop named Emilien who drives horribly and crashes the car and then needs to kind of hang out with this guy for rides while they go and get involved in crazy adventures. So there's
Do you think
gunfights.
Crazy Taxi was based off that, Howler? Do you think?
I think some of the vibe.
Yeah.
So what I will say is, these movies, the Japanese Laserdisc release of it's probably more prominent, and Laserdisc was big, and the people that worked at Sega had probably a lot of money because Sega was
And
hopping
they
in
were
the 90s.
super drunk, and they were like, "Well, fuck it, let's make this game."
I still haven't seen the
I mean-
fourth one, but
I mean, one could look at that cover and logically jump from that cover to the vibe
yep.
for
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
There you go.
Now, is there any music by The Offspring in that movie?
There's no music from The Offspring, but there is somebody else doing Mr. Lou from the Pulp Fiction song that Dick Dale did. There's some of that in here. There's some crazy. I think it was either this film or the second one. Either one of the stunt coordinators died or had a near miss, and there's some really sketchy racing scenes in this film. So
God, you're really selling me on it. Is it good?
yeah, it's fun. It of course all Luc Besson's movies that he writes that he doesn't direct, they're all like 90 minutes. So they're all 93 minutes. So Ryan approved. So
And it's a late release genre movie.
yeah, you should
Burn
get it.
them a DVD, baby.
Burning it right now.
Oh no, I'm buying
Yeah.
a copy of it right now.
Ryan also sent me the OG copy of Gothic, so big fan of this one. Ken Russell film about Mary Shelley and Percy and coming up with the Frankenstein tale on a wild weekend. So hanging out with Lord Byron.
That cover is etched in my brain from the Blockbuster days. You just kind of walk the racks and see that. I'm like, oh god,
what's going on here? Yeah, great soundtrack too by Thomas Dolby. Recommend it. Yorma had sent me some Lone Wolf and Cub discs, and then Luke saved the day and sent me Baby Card in Peril, the 4th one. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, no problem. Funny story. My daughter is obsessed with Bob's Burgers, and there's one scene where they do kind of a take on Lone Wolf and Cub. It's a good episode. Yep. And I saw that, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I showed it to Ren, and she's like, oh, that's just like Bob's Burgers. Let's watch it. And I'm like, I put it on. 2 seconds into that movie, I'm like, nope, we are not watching this.
Shutting it down.
Yeah, that Bob's arc is over like 3 or 4 episodes. It's a reoccurring bit. It's super good.
But yeah, not safe for kids. So
no, God,
no. So now I just need the last 2, I think. And I finally got Gundam F91. I haven't seen this yet. So I knew Chris would like this. So got a nice guy. I love the emotion disc with the kind of vellum obies. It's just so classy. Yeah. So got that.
I've got my Gundam F91 somewhere.
Yep.
It's back there somewhere.
I got all 13 V Gundams.
In my pants.
So I'm not going to show you all 13 of them, but I got all these suckers too. And since I had a Gundam Wing recently, I had to get the Endless Waltz disc, so I got these 3 guys. So there you go.
Now, when are we going to get you a Genlock so you can enjoy those in style?
I don't know. I'm just going to keep raw dogging them and learning Japanese and doing it that way. Then I had to complete my MS 8th Platoon with, oh man, this is like one of my favorite discs. I'd take it out, but it'd take too long. But Miller's Report, this is like a vellum obi over a slip. It's like a blue-greenish plastic slip over the regular jacket. It is super sick. All right, screw it. I'm taking it out.
I've seen it. That's a cool one. I would see that a lot in Japan.
Yeah, I know it's from '99, but it's super common. But yeah, it's got this kind of like cool ass, like really thick plastic slip going over it. So that's one of my favorites. And then of course the last one I had to get was Last Resort, the other 8th MS Team one. So it's like Gundams in the jungle. Cool stuff. That's about it. What do you got, Ryan?
Movies.
Any giant robots?
Do tell.
We'll see. I don't even know. I just pulled together a pile. So we'll start with this one. Moving target.
He's moving.
You can run, but you can't hide. That's it. That's all you get.
Wow.
This is not to be confused with the Michael Dudikoff moving target, which is also on LaserDisc. This one has John Polka as the lead.
You don't even see his face. He's just like a shadow.
I think it's this guy, but I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Wow.
So, nope. Really common movie. I got this one for Seth, but also for myself. It's an animated movie called Felidae. It's like an R-rated movie with like talking cats.
Yeah, that movie's insane.
Wow.
And I think it's German but dubbed or something because it's in English on this. So based on a novel. So I won't read it, but I'll watch the movie.
You should totally
we
read
got
it.
some The Shadowmen with Eric Roberts. This is
Sherilyn Fenn.
credit number 162 of 584. No idea what it is, but it looks cool.
You had me at Sherilyn Fenn.
Yeah, that too. Dragon Hunt?
Is that like Dragon Heart? Is it related?
Hunt. No. There's an explosion and obviously a guy who knows martial arts.
Oh, I thought the dragon was in the fireball somewhere. Yeah.
I don't even think there are dragons. He is the dragon. There is this on the back cover though.
Say, that gun, that grenade launcher is the dragon. Wow.
Yeah, maybe it is. So just looks amazing. Hologram Man, Joe Lara.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because like
it kind of looks like Hogan a little bit. It's not. So
it's got like a Lawnmower Man vibe going, but higher production value.
Better.
Yeah.
Yep. This movie's a blast.
Hey, it's got Hauer.
Yeah. No, it's got a real actor in it.
He's just not on
And
the
Got a
cover.
real actor in it.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
So I'm sure it starts at a sports competition. So I'm sure there's a bomb or something. I don't know. Got The Bounty Hunter. And that's starring Bo Hopkins,
Oh, he's the best Hopkins.
Robert Ginty. Yep. A-listers.
Yeah. Wow.
You know it's going to be good. Obviously, looks like some cop drama.
Stunned silence.
Terminal Force 2.
Richard Mall. Nice.
This is the sequel
Richard
to
Mall.
Galaxis. You know Galaxis, the one with Brigitte Nielsen?
Oh.
Yeah. You know, that movie that everyone was begging for a sequel?
Wow.
Wait, Galaxis, the what's his face, the wrestler guy?
That's Abraxas.
That's Abraxas. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Don't mix your
My bad.
Galaxis and your Abraxas.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm just shut up now.
I mean, if you're looking at these movies, you have no clue, so it's fine. You've got Emperor of the Bronx.
Man.
This is a City Lights. It's got newcomer Alex D'Andrea. And is there anyone else? There's some people in it.
I like the ringwear. It looks like an old club 12-inch that you dug out of a stack somewhere.
Oh yeah, the first time I saw it, I almost skipped past it in the photos,
Yep.
and then I realized it was a movie. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the
okay.
front almost looks like the back.
Yeah, yeah. Got a Wes Craven Presents
Ooh.
The Mind Ripper.
Wow.
This has Lance Henriksen, so can't be bad.
That looks familiar. Was that like an Outer Limits episode or something? Or
You know, it could be. It could also be a made-for-TV movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've got Condition Red with James Russo.
Man, they really went all out on the font there.
Yeah, and that's who else is in it? Cinda Williams. Looks like we might have some prison sequences too.
Fred wants
Oh,
to know:
it's-
did these companies do their own scans of these American movies, or did they rely on U.S. scans?
They definitely did their own because some of theirs are much better.
Okay, nice.
It's been a while, but thanks to Maxine for this. This is Prince of the Sun.
Is that right? Oh, Rothrock.
It is Rothrock. Yep.
Nice, very nice.
That's a good
And
one.
I believe that this doesn't have subtitles and is in either Cantonese or Mandarin, but no
Huh.
subtitles. So you get raw.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while.
I got this common movie, whatever.
That's coming
I
up on
watched
Grey
it.
Watch.
Yeah, I
We did
watched
watch
it. It's all right. I don't understand any hype around it, but it's all right. It's
It's more of a
nothing great.
drama, really. It's got
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moving on, I got some better movies.
I bought a vampire motorcycle.
starring Anthony Daniels.
Like C-3PO?
Yeah. Don't you guys know these things?
I mean,
And it's
Marcus
got-
probably knows. He's a
What-
Star Wars guy, right?
No, did not know this was credited to him.
Yeah.
And what exactly is a vampire motorcycle? What exactly?
Obviously, it was a motorcycle owned by a vampire. I'm guessing.
Or
I
does
don't-
the motorcycle drink blood?
You know, it might. Look at that motorcycle going off on the thing.
Mm.
This is a really common one.
No gas. You got to put blood in the gas tank. Come on.
All right, I got two more.
Okay.
I know Luke was saying how easy this one was to find, so I got one.
Fuck you.
It's called Elves.
Oh my god.
They made a lot of them, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
And then I got one more
Just
heater.
burn me a DVD. I'm fine with that.
Okay, I can do that with my non-DVDR.
Just okay.
This one had an entry that was horribly incomplete on LDDB, and no one actually had it in their collection. So I took care of that. This is Fever Lake
Ooh.
with Corey Haim and Mario Lopez
And Bo Hopkins again.
and Bo Hopkins. This is a 97 horror movie that has a 2.6 score on IMDb. So you know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, sure.
But this is the only known copy. I have no clue if I'll ever see another one.
Wow.
I tracked it down, and it took some work to get that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, so more Corey Haim for the collection.
All
I'm
right.
almost complete now.
Shout out to King Ghidra in the comments in the chat as well. So Just repping the
King
Gundam stuff.
King Kidra. I
Yeah.
know him well.
Oh, nice. All right,
Nice.
he'll probably enjoy you. You got some anime in your stack, Chris? What do you
Oh,
got?
you bet your fucking ass.
All right, let's
All
hear
I
right,
that.
got some anime.
Sam,
I
I'm
came-
passing control to you, and
Oh, you leaving?
well,
Yeah.
just wake me up when he's done.
All right, cool. Yeah.
All right. So, the last time I was on was what, 3 months ago, and I declared that I was out of space.
Oh, yes.
But as everyone could have probably predicted, I couldn't stay in retirement for long.
You're back
so
in
I
the
got
game.
like 2 months. Yeah, I want to say that we talked about this, but Luke
Ooh,
sent me his zombie Dawn of the Dead Perfect Collection box.
nice.
I haven't
Because
watched it yet,
Because you said you'd never seen it.
and
right?
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
It is going to be one of my
If-
next time I have a day off from work. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch this entire box front to back.
So, Sam, which
Yeah.
version should he watch first?
Ah, that's tough, man. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, probably the Romero, like the
Yeah.
original, like and do the save the.
It says there's what, director's cut perfect version and Dario Argento selected
Yes.
version.
yeah,
yes.
I'd do the Argento one later, I think.
Okay.
so the story is there's some cuts in it, and the music's different, right?
Yeah, and the Argento one is like faster paced. It's a little bit tighter, but
Okay.
I don't know.
But
That'll be the cherry on top.
but that was a nice one that Luke sent my way simply for the purpose of educating the uneducated savage of the
And
group.
for
I'm amazed that he got something good that he's showing.
Is he-
Ryan's
is he on
got
the
jokes.
kidding.
ground? Is Ryan okay? Is he laying on the ground right now?
I'm getting vodka.
Okay.
I ran to,
really wanted you to be laying down.
I ran to my local record store on Record Store Day
Oh,
and
yes.
proceeded to just sit and comb through the LaserDisc collection for about an hour. I walked away with a couple of interesting discs. I found a double
Ooh,
Oh,
notable late release, Notting Hill, and also genuine good movie.
power flex.
Honestly, it's just a good movie, great disc, superb picture quality, and you know, the 90s were good for the romantic comedy. That one is no exception. I found a double of fucking Patch Adams.
Signature complete.
I got to figure out what to do with it.
Do I have that? I don't think I have that. I'll have to reach
All
out
right,
to you.
so yeah, I will send it to you for exactly the cost that I paid for it.
All right, I appreciate it.
I found a beautiful, pristine, in the original shrink wrap copy of the Cabaret remaster.
Ooh, widescreen.
Yeah, widescreen. It's got Dolby Digital. No, I don't know if it has Dolby Digital, but it is the remastered 1998 version. This movie's one of my favorite movie musicals. It's a beautiful movie.
I saw it for the first
And,
time like last year, and it was great.
It's fantastic. A little on the dark side, a little
For sure.
a little cynical, but I think appropriately so. I found a copy of The Waterboy.
Oh, it's all these late release flexes, boy.
Yeah, that's kind of what the whole thing was. Is I walked away with a truckload of late releases.
Sweet.
I've never seen this movie. Historically,
What?
don't like Adam Sandler, but
That might not change your mind, but
Yeah, you're not. If you don't like Adam Sandler, you're not going to like this.
Yeah, you
but
might
I'm
want to
coming
stick with Happy
around
Gilmore.
it. Well, I'm coming around with age. I liked Billy Madison a whole bunch when I watched it a few years ago.
Waterboy's close to Waterboy's still good.
Yeah, Billy Madison and
Oh no, it's great. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna hit
lots
you
of
guys
good, lots of good
with
one-liners in that one.
Oh yeah.
the strange one. Apparently, this is a direct-to-video Major League
Yeah.
prequel, or
Sweet.
no, maybe it's a threequel.
No, it's the third
third one,
installment.
Yeah, it's the third one. I've seen Major League, but this is a late release with Dolby Digital.
Yeah, it's got AC3.
Yeah, and it's got my man Scott Bakula,
Yeah.
known for his wonderful performances in Quantum Leap and Star Trek Enterprise.
yeah.
And
When did Heller get cool?
when
Man.
I was born, bitch. Another absolute fucking banger. I picked up a copy of fucking Heat.
Yeah, baby. Now we're
yeah.
talking.
One of the all-time goddamn greats. One of the greatest shootouts in cinematic history. Maybe two of the greatest shootouts in cinema history.
Yeah, the
But,
early heist is fantastic too. So, and then the finale. Oh man, everything's great.
Oh my god, the diner scene.
Yeah, the diner
The
scene,
diner
man.
scene. Oh my god, the shootout at the airport.
Yep.
The shootout in the city during the robbery. Just an
Never seen it.
incredible movie.
What? You never seen Heat?
Never seen it. I bought it recently, but then someone bought it from me.
Oh, we'll have to do a Heat
When's the
episode.
Heat podcast?
Yeah, Heat cast.
Well, I won't be there because I've never seen it.
Well,
So.
we'll give you like a
Watch it.
5-month head start.
Somebody's got to burn me a DVD.
Chris is going to burn it for you.
I don't have a DVD recorder anymore. What is this? 2007?
It could
You,
be.
it's a LaserDisc podcast, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
I believe that's the joke. All right. I finally picked up a clean
Oh.
copy
Sweet.
of the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet. This was the 5th copy of this movie, this exact box that I have purchased since 2010. I was trying to potentially put together a hold on.
A lot of sides
Nope.
to check on that too, which is a pain.
Yeah, I was trying to put together a clean copy. I never managed to do it. We sat down. A couple of my friends were over, and I said, I got to check this disc and see if this goes in the trash. And the whole side was clean. So
Yeah.
the 5-sided movie, about 4.5 hours long. Not one that I'm going to just put on casually, but
Saw it in the theater.
Spencer's
So-
sending you respect for that, but then he trashed Heat and said Ronin was better. So I don't know.
I think they're different movies.
They are. They're both
I
fantastic.
don't think
Though.
they're trying. Yeah, I like Ronin just as much as I like Heat. I've just seen Heat more recently. I picked up a couple of discs for a future podcast episode. We've got
Nice.
Higher Learning.
Score.
Haven't seen it. Can't tell you much about it except that I'm looking forward to it. Marcus is shaking.
Can't
his
wait,
head.
can't wait to hear what you think about it. It's one
Listen,
of my favorites.
I'm gonna watch every John Singleton movie on Laserdisc because
What? Are we going
the
to do a
next
John
one we
Singleton
got-
cast?
bought a copy of Rosewood.
Rosewood, yep.
Again, haven't seen it. Couldn't tell you anything about it yet.
Spoiler alert.
I bought a copy of the Criterion Collection Boys in the Hood.
Sensing a
I
theme.
have seen this one. This one's, it's a legendary movie. It's earned its place in cinema history. And then we have Poetic Justice.
Wow, nice.
So the director John Singleton has 4 discs, and I just picked them all up so I could do some easy homework one of these days.
Fantastic.
And now we got to get
Where's the anime?
yeah, I saved the goods for last.
Okay, what do you got?
We've got a little Go Shoe the Cellist action
Whoa, with a Twin Peaks CD in
with
there.
a Twin Peaks visual Laserdisc burn from Luke.
Yeah.
Luke has been sending me these DVDs,
Uh-huh.
and I have actually watched some of them. He sent me some really interesting, like, live broadcasts of, like, what was it, Bambi? Bambi was one of them with the
Oh, yeah,
commercials
Bambi
intact
with-
from the early
with commercials,
2000s.
Yeah.
More of a what I like about what Luke is doing is he's not just running a laser disc and just shipping me a DVD. He's shipping me like a historical archive of a period of television.
Yeah,
And I
thank you.
kind of came of age at the end of that period of television. My dad actively had a DVD recorder in like 2006 and would just DVD record 2 disc all of the shows that we watched before we
Where
had a
are those
DVR.
discs right now?
Yeah, right. I think you should find those.
We
But,
fast
but, let,
forwarded
but
through
let's
it.
talk about the laser disc there.
Yeah,
that
the
one.
actual Laserdisc. So it's an early production from, I believe it's not Ghibli proper,
Okay.
but it's one of the studios that would go on to work with Studio Ghibli,
Okay.
one of their co-producing studios, and I believe Isao Takahata is associated with it.
Yeah, it looks super
definitely got-
interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that I will sit down and watch. It's got a beautiful spread of full detail color prints from the movie.
Sweet.
I haven't watched it yet, so I can't speak to it. But all you got to do is whisper anime or Ghibli in my ear, and somehow $20 will leave my bank account.
Just magically. Yeah.
I picked up 2 real cheap complete series box sets. This one is called Hyper Police.
Oh, sweet.
Could I tell you what it's about? No.
The box is
Please.
cool, though.
It's very colorful. It's very stereotypical 90s kind of animal cat girls.
Yep, sure.
Very, very humans with animal characteristics. That's exactly what the back of the box was.
Yep.
I actually didn't know what this show was about when I purchased it, but it was like $6 for both of the boxes. So we'll see. I may get around to watching it eventually. Y'all know how much anime I've got over here and the amount of work that it takes to get through it.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
chore.
gonna try and make it a rule though. From this point on, I'm going to watch at least one disc of every anime boxed set that I bring to the show.
That's kind of what I do. I want to get a taste of everything. So
Yes.
I'll do that first disc and check
And
it out.
that's what I did with
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler, the Irresponsible Captain.
Yep.
This is a comedy sci-fi program. Japan took its sci-fi incredibly seriously. All of its animated sci-fi programs are very grounded in like military structure and deeply layered comedy. This is kind of like the template is there's a starship where they put all of the rejects that couldn't handle proper military service. And they put this guy, Tyler, in charge of it with the hopes that he will quit his job so that they can dishonorably discharge him from the military for being a fuck up.
Yep.
He just wants to be a lazy member of the military, but it's very silly. It's one of those programs where the lead character just kind of fumbles his way into success against great odds. It's got a really sick intro sequence. It's good.
Okay.
I'll watch more of it. You know, I've put 4 episodes in, and my brain has been saying, "Hey, when are you going to get back to that?" Ever since. But you know, when you watch LaserDisc anime, you got to sit down and really plot out a decent chunk of time. Because I usually go at least a disc at a time, and so that's 2 hours.
Yeah, it takes up. Yeah, watching all my Gundams and stuff lately. Yeah, that's a time suck.
It's time consuming.
Yeah.
And then I have one last disc. This one was a bucket list item. It popped up very briefly, brand new sealed. I paid great expense to take possession of it. I don't think I've talked about this yet. Did I show you guys my an extremely goofy movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We knew about it. I don't know if you showed it.
Yeah, I
on
think
the
we
pod.
knew about it.
Yeah, you did.
Well,
All right.
Yeah.
Marcus
did
knows.
I bring it to the podcast?
I think you had just gotten it. You talked about
Yeah.
the fact you were
Well,
watching. No,
it was in
go
my
ahead.
pile, so I'm going to brag
Yeah.
about it again.
Double
You
flex.
suck.
Extremely late release.
You suck. You suck.
Extremely late release. I'll probably never see another copy for sale in my lifetime
You mean like
because
this one?
Ryan is
Ryan wants it.
is likely going to try and snap them up before anyone else can get to them. But that's pretty good. It's a late release Disney movie.
You suck.
I know.
So,
I know.
so the funny thing is, I stayed up late for that sale, and that was the one I sent Kevin a note about. He's like, "It's already gone."
Oh,
Yeah,
Dang it. Somebody beat me to it.
that
But
was,
I'm glad.
that
I'm glad it was you. I'm glad it was you.
I have been checking Yahoo Auctions, eBay, and LDDB for a copy for sale for at least 10 years, at least once a month.
Yeah.
So that was at one point, my ambition was to get every Disney LaserDisc release. That is a foolish ambition.
still do it, man.
least-
We have faith in you.
You got time.
I need more money. If
You
someone
got
wants to
Anastasia?
pay me,
You got Anastasia?
I have the American Anastasia, I have the AC3 Japanese Anastasia, and I have the bilingual Anastasia. So I am
Okay, good.
complete.
All right, what's your Patreon? We'll get you some money so you can get this going.
My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/DsNuts.
Oh, nice. All right, check that out. Fred was asking what we do with our elephant condoms. I used
them, bro.
Use
I
them?
gotta use them during sex.
I used to fastidiously change them out, but I only do that with American discs because the jackets are thin here in America, and they can't really maintain any shape when you put those sleeves in American jackets. But Japanese discs, I leave them in there now. So
Yeah, I mean, is there any actual functioning evidence to substantiate that they damage laser discs at this point?
I think it's
Only
more
if you
that
ship them.
they fold You know, they don't really. If you're the first person to get it, it's pretty good, unless it was folded at the factory, which happens a lot, especially on my American disc. I'll break the shrink open, pull the disc out, and most of the disc is just completely loose. Yeah, the top half of the disc is just open to the elements.
Yeah,
so.
they're more just annoying to handle.
Yeah, but if you're like one of the first person to get like a Japanese release and you handle it well, it's gonna last you for a while. The other thing is the Japanese jackets are a lot of times smaller. So if you put in a polyline paper sleeve, it's just going to stick out at the end a little bit. So I don't know. Plus, I just have way too many of them now to actually replace them all. That would be, I'd have to get an intern or something.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Marcus, you got.
Yeah, way too expensive. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there.
All those Japanese discs, yeah.
I'd rather buy more discs.
For sure. I mean, I already blow too much money on bags. I just got another bags unlimited shipment this week, so I feel it. Anyways, all right, who's up next? Hayden?
Sure, Hayden can go.
You got any discs?
Yeah, I got a couple things. So along with Fifth Element, Max hooked me up with Escape from New York, which
nice
I had never seen until a week ago. Enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Transfer looks kind of bad, but you know, it worked.
It's about the best you get on LD.
Yeah.
That movie should look bad. It should look grimy as hell.
Grindhouse.
Yeah, I mean it works. And then I got this, which I've not watched yet. Kurosawa's High and Low.
Oh,
the
watch
widescreen English subtitled.
Watch it. So good. So it's like a modern day Kurosawa. He didn't do many of those, and it's just, I mean, it is an honest to God great movie.
Yeah, we're looking forward to watching it. We've enjoyed every Kurosawa movie we've seen so far, so we're looking forward to watching it. And then this, 12 Monkeys, which we've also never seen.
Nice.
Box is kind of beat up, but the discs are clean. So Max hooked me up with this one for pretty cheap.
Score.
And then the rest is all from Luke.
Yeah.
So Luke hooked me up with Train Spotting, which I had also never seen.
Oh, nice.
I had only seen the part where he dives into the toilet, so I didn't realize how bleak this movie was going to be.
Oh yeah.
So, and then my girlfriend walked in right as I was finishing the movie, and she wanted to watch it. So then I watched it a second time immediately after. So I was pretty destroyed by the end of that day, but it was worth it.
You should read the book. It's even more bleak.
You should watch.
Oh yeah.
You should watch the sequel that came out, 20 years afterward. It's really
good. Oh yeah, they did
make
make a sequel, didn't
they? Yeah, T2.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Is it on streaming anywhere, or would I?
Good question. I have it on Blu-ray. I can make you a DVD copy.
I'll burn your DVD.
Okay, that works. And then Luke also hooked me up with Suspiria, which I have not seen yet, so be watching that soon.
Corner Obi.
And then a ton of Ultraman stuff.
So
I'm not going to show every single disc, but Luke hooked me up with the complete Ultraman Tiga. This is Volume 6. And then its sequel series, Ultraman Dyna. And then most of the sequel series to that, Ultraman Gaia, there's 2 volumes that Luke didn't have. And looking on eBay and Yahoo Auctions, they seem to be strangely rare. Volumes 1 through 5 are easy to find, but 6 and 7 seem to be fairly elusive for some reason. And then got the Ultraman Tiga and Ultraman Dyna crossover movie, and the Ultraman Tiga, Ultraman Dyna, Ultraman Gaia crossover movie.
Snap.
So looking forward to all that.
I had no idea that was any of those things, but awesome.
Well, we're about a third of the way through Ultraman Tiga, enjoying it so far. So
awesome, dude. That's great.
Looking forward to the rest.
Sick.
So that's all I've got.
Nice. Fred was asking, does the Frightener signature collection still command a decent price? Last I saw, what's it going for lately, Ryan?
North of 100.
That's what
easy.
I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the one that they didn't make as many of, correct? If I remember correctly.
And like at first it was because it had the different cut, which is also available outside of LaserDisc now, but it's just like a limited piece, and it's the cool signature collection. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like signature collection is something that's obtainable.
Yes.
Because there's not that many of them, but they're all really good showcases of the format. So
yeah, and there's like about 4 or so heaters that are a pain to get, but that's one of them. So,
Yep.
Have fun though. Yeah, I didn't get mine until 2 years ago. So yeah, if you can find it, get it.
Yep.
Luke, what do you got?
Oh, okay. So I guess I went to Japan since the last podcast. I don't have much. I got a lot, but I decided to sell most of those. And so if you want to buy some, just let me know.
All right.
We got a bunch ready. All right, so here's the ones that I am keeping for myself. First and foremost, I did not have a copy of this, and I was happy to find one. It is The Fifth Element. I found it in Japan. I was like,
With a
hey,
hype sticker.
I'm all right. So, yeah.
Look at you.
We ever talked about this movie, how great it is?
Man, we should do a podcast about that.
I don't really care for it much, to be honest.
Never mind then.
We didn't talk about like how they don't. What's the last big blockbuster, action movie that's summer blockbuster action movie, sci-fi action? I feel like they don't do that as much anymore these days.
Sci-fi action movies, yeah.
Yeah, just
Marvel.
big
If they are, they're franchise
Marvel
IP
nonsense,
related
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
All right. Another one that I really like that I found was Nice Mars Attacks.
Sweet.
Nice.
Sci-fi
Okay.
action movie, man. Just big cast of characters. Great, good times.
Great jacket.
I've got
too.
one of those. I need to finish it. I watched like 20 minutes and fell asleep.
What? You got Jim Brown and Pam Grier in this movie.
Yeah.
You got Michael J. Fox. You got Jack Nicholson in like 5 different roles.
Jack Black.
Oh man, I
Jack
like the
Black is in
orientation.
there.
I like the orientation of your Dolby sticker better than mine.
You can just move it around. Right? You can. Let's see. I was just watching this before the podcast. This was a TBS favorite growing up in Atlanta. This was just always on. Nice Explorers.
Nice.
Mhm.
Just a wife came in and she said, "I've never seen that movie." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Just
And is that the home video cut with like the extra scene or whatever? I think the USLD is the
know.
home video cut. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's slightly different.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I never saw it in theaters, so
Yeah, it bombed in theaters, right?
Yeah,
like
nobody
really
ever saw it.
Yeah, but it's Joe Dante, which I think this movie is better than fucking Gremlins. I'm not a big fan of Gremlins, but this was
Historically, I was a bigger Gremlins fan. I don't know though. I was really into that movie too. That's tough. That's a tough.
It's
call.
just like this is a movie. If it's on, you're gonna watch it because it's just like interesting enough. It's got the sci-fi elements. It's it's kids doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, I was their age, so I think that was like more personal for me than Gremlins. Because I wanted to be in a tilt-a-whirl.
I'll have to check that
playing
out.
in space.
Gremlins and Gremlins 2 are 2 of my favorite movies.
Oh,
so
dude,
you
yeah.
got me sold on it.
You'll love it.
Yeah, no, Explorers. Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix and some other kid.
Yeah.
Pick this one up, and maybe you guys can tell me about it. I looked it up, and it's I don't know, but it's it's the 2001, but it's like the 70 millimeter.
Oh yeah, there's all the different ones.
Tell me about this one.
So the idea with that was, you make a home video scan of a low contrast 35 millimeter element for most movies. They tried to make a big deal out of when Criterion made their 2001 A Space Odyssey box that they used the 65 millimeter negative. You can't tell a difference on LaserDisc because it's fucking LaserDisc.
Wow, that sounded very
but-
dismissive.
But 70 millimeter holds weight as a respectable means of presentation. So they use the fact that it's a 70 millimeter movie shot in Super Panavision as a marketing thing. There's like a 70 millimeter series. I've got some of those somewhere. But it's really just a piece of marketing on the Obi.
But it's a scan of the 70 millimeter film, right?
Allegedly.
Yep,
But
okay.
I've watched 3 different versions of 2001 on LaserDisc. One that's this is the 65 millimeter scan, and
Yeah,
one
we have
that's
some of those in the
something
States.
else.
Yep.
And it's like
It all looks
it's like I have the Criterion box of Lawrence of Arabia, and I have the non-Criterion release from Columbia, and they look the same.
okay. What's Spencer saying in the chat? Let's see what
Nothing
he's-
yet. We're just talking with King Ghidra and Fred in the chat. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Like
My favorite 2001
honestly,
is the MGMCAV box. That's from like 92 or
Same.
something.
I really
Oh
like
wait, no,
the
I'm thinking of the
AC3
Japanese
pressing.
CAD.
I've got a Japanese AC3 copy of
Is
2001.
that the
that's
white
quite
one?
nice.
The white.
Yeah.
It's got the white cover.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sure.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I don't need to keep it, but just
But
wondering.
yeah,
cool,
but
'cause you
how
got
it
it.
was.
it's cool to have.
Is it cool to have? Interesting.
I mean,
It's all right. It's trash, but it's cool trash.
everyone in the
I
chat
didn't
saying
say it
you're
was
cool.
trash. I
Yeah.
just said it's not any more significant.
I've seen cooler trash.
I like Drunk Ryan. He's fun.
Yeah, what's going on with this vodka over there?
I did refill, but
Yeah, sweet. All right. Speaking of Ryan, he hooked me up with a nice Halloween fort.
Oh
'Cause
wow.
he's a nice guy. I finished my Halloween collection when Marcus was like, "Mo, you need more. What? You're not done."
Look, you do it to me. You do it to me every single time. So I'm just paying you back there, sir.
But my point was, I am fine with it. Like I want to be fine with. How about that? And then
You can be fine for now. That's going to change. In
I
a matter
know.
of weeks,
I know.
months, whenever.
We'll shut you
Yeah, I
down.
just bought another Friday the 13th today. Should be coming in next week. Anyway, the big one that I found in Japan, which is fun, I've always kind of wanted one of these, is the virtual drug, baby.
Oh wow, yeah.
With the trance. So this is it's supposed to be like a drug experience, and it has the cool glasses and everything on the back. So
Stop
yeah,
chatting,
it's
everybody.
Yeah, Chris, you just talk to me. You'd be like, why are you chatting?
Oh, you're talking. I'm not interrupting you.
It
You
goes
interrupt
onto
me
the
all the
screen
time.
so everybody sees it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, and then it ruins my full view.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can get back in. All right, I think I'm okay.
My bad.
Party foul. All
Edit
right,
this
we're
out.
good. We're back.
Edit
You
this
just
out.
broke it. You just broke it.
All right. And two last ones. So I have a book off in San Diego. There's one up by you, right, Marcus?
Yeah, there's two by me. Two by me.
Okay. One's down, and this book off is the Merlin and Nancy. That's where they dropped off all their stuff.
Mm.
Oh yes.
There's some good stuff
yeah.
in there. I don't go there that often, but there's like an H Mart up there that we go to, and every time the family goes, I'm like, oh, why don't we go to the book off real quick and check it out? And I found some two heaters. Found a nice Blazing Saddles.
Ooh.
Nice release. So Vinnie had one for sale, and I was
nice.
like, oh, maybe I want that. Maybe I'll trade something for it. And then I was like, nah, I don't need it. Blah, 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 blah. And then I just found one for real cheap. So that's fun.
Nice.
And the last one I got, another crazy one, it was just at the book off, was Dario Gento's World of Horror. Nice.
Oh,
light
awesome.
release.
It's a gold
Oh.
disc, right?
Gold disc. This is sealed, so I don't. Both of these are sealed.
Look at
I
you.
hate getting sealed discs because I'm like, do I want to sell it or do I want to watch it? Like, what's going on? I don't know. But yeah.
no one wants sealed discs. Just break them.
Yeah, crack it over your knee. Yeah. Subliminal
Pre-baked
Vibes
that's all.
wants to know how you watched your Japanese Beetlejuice. Did you just watch it in Japanese all the way through?
Oh, I watched for like 2 seconds, turned off.
Okay. There's your answer.
Incredible.
Fair enough.
Oh, let me get that one. That's a good one too.
Okay. I want your Tears for Fears disc back there. Send it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I found this one and it looks perfectly normal, but I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What is the like?
It's
and Sam
Nihongo.
goes,
Yeah, it's the Japanese version. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I was like, I didn't know this was a thing, but yeah. And then I looked up and yep, I'm getting this one. And it's just a Japanese dub of Beetlejuice. There are a few other discs like that. I know Super Mario Brothers has a straight Japanese, like an English version and a Japanese dub version. And I know my copy of Life of Brian only came out with a Japanese dub, like a Japanese version of Life of Brian is only Japanese dub.
Cool.
Anyway, that's it.
Sweet.
Well, who's next?
Marcus. What do you
I think I'm my last up.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start with this I got from Luke. I got several from his Japan trip.
Hell yeah.
So first one,
Yes.
it looks good. It looks good. Kill. He had both the U.S. and Japan pressings, but I chose this one for just based on the cover.
I mean, yeah.
So that's not If Looks Could Kill, right, Sam?
Is it not?
That's Teen Agent.
Well, technically, it's
Teen
Teen
Agent.
Agent.
Yeah.
Teen
Yeah.
Agent.
Teen
Yeah.
Agent.
Teen Agent.
So you're not complete yet.
Oh gosh, here we go. I'm only on the first disc. Don't start with that just yet. All right, another one. Paris, Texas.
Sweet.
That was a hard one to let go.
I
Have you seen this
think-
movie?
I have not seen it, but
It'll-
I saw this pop up. I think on Yahoo a while back, and I looked at the trailer, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see this one. I want to get this one.
It'll
And it
rip
went for a
your heart
lot, so I was like, no, I'm not paying that for this.
It's a beautiful movie. It's really great.
Yeah. Let's see. I think this is like a late-ish release. Robin Williams.
Yeah, it's like
What dreams may come.
Yeah.
AC3.
super sad.
Yeah, I watched the
the
trailer and thought, yeah, this is gonna be kind of
It's
sad.
yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, here's another one. Thunder Run.
Also super sad.
Super sad.
Bought this one straight up based on the cover. Didn't even have to watch the trailer. I'm like, oh yeah, this has got enough action for me.
So
this
I
will be
will
fun.
say that was people were asking about that one. They
Oh,
were
yeah?
wanting that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
That one's hard to come by.
Yes, I saw that too.
Well, until
Let's
600
see.
copies show up on eBay.
There you go. Until a whole pallet.
Yep.
Tornado.
Yes.
So I will be doing a back-to-back with Twister on this one. So
Actually
Twister
pretty
versus
good.
Tornado.
It's actually decent. Yeah. Which is
Bruce Campbell.
So
I
we'll
mean,
see.
Name a
We
bad
shall-
Bruce Campbell
We
movie.
shall see. And I think this is the last one from Luke.
there it
All right,
is.
so I
Nice.
saw this one and I said, Luke, what the heck is this? I can't. There's no English anywhere on this to be able to figure it out.
was it Summer
And
Slope? Something like that?
so it's I think it's Fire, Ice, and Dynamite is the
Yep.
name of this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's got our boy Roger Daltrey. No, Roger Avery. No, yeah, Roger Moore.
Yeah. So this one looks pretty cool. There's some branding placement on the cover. I don't know if you can see it. VW logos. There's like 6 VW logos, and there's like Adidas right here as well. So totally 80s vibe.
So fun thing about this one, I did rip that before, and I sent a copy to our friend Trevor, who loves ski movies. So the funny thing about that disc is, like, I want to say it's like the first side is like 40 minutes. The second side is hitting 60. I was like, what is going on here?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, here's one from Vinnie. DTS Avita. So this is just to be DTS complete. I am only 2 away. So I'm gonna put a plug in here. So I need English Patient, which is easy to find.
Yeah.
I know, but listed for way too much on eBay. And the last one is Ransom DTS Japan. I know that one's harder. But I need it with the OB because the one came up recently that didn't have the OB, but I passed on it. I got to have the OB
All right.
on that one. So
You heard him out there in chat world. Hook
yeah,
him
in
up.
chat world.
Yeah.
Anybody got one?
Who's holding?
All right. Another one that's kind of hard to come by. Police Story 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Already had Police Story. This one, I think one of the sellers on LDF had this one in the midst of like some huge lot. So I cherry picked a few and picked that one up. Let's see. War Bus, another one bought
Yes.
strictly based upon the cover.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
need
amazing.
to watch the trailer. I know it's going to be awesome. This is a pure Brotarian right here for sure.
It's great. Vietnam
All right.
exploitation.
Yeah. All right. I had a Billy Blanks title last month.
Yeah.
Another one, Towns of Eagle,
Yes.
or of the Eagle.
It's a good
so
one.
look-
too.
Another.
I don't
good
think I've actually ever seen that one. So looking
you'll
forward to
enjoy
that.
it. It's just good.
Yeah.
Great sequences.
All right. A couple horror movies, both from Japan. Pieces.
Nice.
Holy
Not-
shit!
Not one that I've ever seen.
a good one.
But watch the trailer. It looks very wild. Very
Super
wild.
solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't show the rear cover.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I'll show the rear cover and just
There you
cover things up. Here we go.
Perfect. Good
Yeah.
job.
All right, second one from Japan, horror, My Bloody Valentine.
Ooh.
Nice.
Here.
Nice.
Not one that I've ever seen, but main character looks pretty scary. So This should
Good
be a
one.
fun watch.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Music title. I have been after this one for a long time. 90s R&B. Mariah Carey was one of the queens. And the hardest disc to come by is her compilation of #1 hits. This disc was released in 1999.
Whew, yeah.
And is not easy to come by. So I was able to find this one in the midst of a lot. So if you need any other Mariah Carey discs, I pretty much have all of the other ones, and I will send them to you extremely cheap.
Nice.
So just let me know.
Yeah, I
But,
never see that one.
Yeah,
That's
that
like
one
that.
never
That's like
pops
a
up.
99 Paula Abdul I'm always looking for too, or 99 or 98. Yeah.
Don't tell everyone.
Oh, sorry. It's my grail. Don't touch it.
I've got a couple of Paul Abduls. I'm curious if that's one of the ones I have. I'll have to check. I'll
Yeah.
have to check.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the title of it, but yeah, I think it's from the Spellbound tour or something. So it's
Okay.
not one you see too often.
Yeah. All right, this one, Haller featured this one. Oh, he's gone. Of course, he's gone when I'm
Where'd he
showing
go?
something that he has and is featured on this podcast. But Fox and the Hound, a late release, Disney released. I picked this one up from Kevin Collins. Good Squid. Another Good Squid pickup, Mr. Baseball. So this one came up in conversation. I can't remember if it was on LDF or not, but it came up in conversation somewhere recently in one of our forums. And I think this has like extra scenes that the US one does not have.
That's what I
And
heard.
maybe
yeah.
even not even ported over to other formats. So this is a pretty cool one to have.
Nice.
And this one is sealed. Another one from Kevin, 2000 Maniacs.
Nice.
This one I had actually never heard of it, and then I watched the trailer and I'm like, let's see, can I show the back? I can kind of show the back. Let me cover some of this.
Yep.
But you see the like Confederate flags in the background. It's like basically like a bunch of racist folks who decide to kill a bunch of people who like travel to their town in the South. So
Yeah, it's like a
like
redneck
that's
apocalypse. Yeah.
right. That's
What's the cover?
interesting.
What's the
Interesting premise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
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 And it's got a corner Obi, but this one is Obi-less.
I
Oh
don't see
man, you're
that
gonna have to
often.
buy another one.
I know.
Send it back.
Yeah, that's Herschel
All
Gordon
right.
Lewis, so you'll like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right, let's do a couple box sets and then we'll do some in with super late releases.
Ooh.
All right. Finally
Yes.
got Godzilla
Nice.
Death Battle Chronicle. Super excited for this one.
Yep.
Took a while to find without costing an arm and a leg,
Yes.
even before shipping from Japan, because they're still into this. So everybody over there is bidding on this too.
Everyone
so,
wants it. Yeah.
It's worth it.
pumped to have that set. Another box set, which I can't show the whole set because it's too many discs. So recently I got the Astro Boy 4-box set that Ryan has with the spine art, right? So across 4 boxes, 47 discs, got all the 1960s episodes. So there was another one that was released, I think about 7 or 8 years before that, and it's the one that came in the MDF and glass case, with a big outer box. And I was lucky enough to have found
Holy
just
fucking
that.
shit.
Oh my God, he's got the shipping box.
I got the
Dude.
freaking shipping box.
And
I'm
it's a
so
nice
pumped for
condition.
this. Yeah, it is.
Please tell me
It's
that's
got,
just
it's
the
got
box.
like Pioneer logo, like
Dude.
tape on it. I mean, this is awesome. So
Wow.
all of these are sealed except this one. They're all sealed, and they look amazing on my shelf next to the 4-box set. So I'm super pumped to have found this.
Wow.
That
Are you sure
rips.
that doesn't just have Astro Boy in the fetal position, folded up
Yeah,
inside?
he's just in there.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, late releases or super late releases. Been after Bowfinger
Sick.
for
Nice.
such a long time. I had the lead on one and it got sold out from under me, but picked this up just this week.
Great.
Here's one for Haller. I've been waiting. So Chris, I've been holding on to this for probably 3 months since the last time you've been here. Because I know it's one of your favorites.
Yes.
Ooh, the Japanese October.
Japanese
Sky.
October Sky, sir.
Superflex. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is that the one he actually likes, or is
That's
that
the one he really
No,
likes.
it's the one
Is
he
that
really
Simon
likes.
Birch?
Not- I got Simon Birch too, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's what he actually likes.
over here somewhere. It's on this shelf over here.
Yeah,
One of my favorite 90s features. It's an end of 90s classic. It does not
Yep.
get the respect and love that it deserves, and that disc with that Obi looks so sharp. I'm so
Choice.
down.
I've only seen this once, so looking forward to giving it a spin. All right, and ending on a bang with a flex. We're going bringing out
Yes.
the dead
Ooh.
Sweet.
Japan
Gorgeous.
In AC3.
Dolby Digital. Yep.
AC3. Yeah, I am still after the US one for obvious reasons,
Yep.
but excited to have got this one.
Score.
Going for Cage Complete or something?
No, this is just a this is just a Pilf -28 type thing.
No,
It's a
it's
good film,
gorgeous.
too.
You'll love it. Crank it up. The music in it's great.
Yep.
It's definitely 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So those are my pickups from this past month.
Score. Good job. Fred wanted to know who's got the HR Giger discs that were released, capitalized on Alien.
I got
Ryan's
the
some.
Alien one.
Yeah.
Just the Alien one.
I've got a couple of them. I'm missing one of them.
How many,
Just
the
gotta
3?
see 'em. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should start getting
if
those.
I can find them.
Yeah. There you go. Ryan's got them. That's always my answer to everything. Who's got something? Ryan's got it. So, all right. What's up next? You guys ready for some hot topics? Everybody get to go? Yeah, we lost Max, so. Hot topics. All right. Hayden, you said you had a couple hot topics. Or you used to have one, right?
Yeah, no, there was a interesting discussion that I thought might be fun to talk about here. It was on the LDF page about the ideal way to clean laser discs,
Oh.
possibly a method involving submerging them in water
Oh, yeah.
as a possible way to clean them.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, right? Makes the label
That
look
sounds
great.
Yeah,
like I say that sounds like a good way to water damage or laser disc labels.
Yeah, it's not like the sleeves say, keep in a cool, dry place.
Yeah.
So I would say submerging it in water would be a good, then maybe the two halves will come apart and you'll have twice as many discs,
Yeah, I've seen some discs that had been submerged in like flooded rooms that miraculously are okay. But of course they were in packaging in the water, so they weren't just like directly assaulted by the water. So, but there was one guy in, I don't know if it was that thread or another thread that was, talking about water just being, like basically the destructor of all things, acrylic. So he's like, if you just wipe your disc with a moist cloth, your disc is gonna rot and die, and it's gonna soak through. And I'm like, I don't know. I've done that to a lot of discs, and they're all fine.
I mean,
Same
water
here,
is
same here.
the universal solvent.
Yep.
But I don't think anything that laser discs are made of is inherently water soluble, though I would have to check. Do we have an ingredients list? Did anyone print the nutritional facts?
Max has
for
been hanging
LaserDisc?
out with Pioneer people, so Max definitely has an ingredients list somewhere written down, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it was saying it was gonna absorb the water through the disc and then just destroy the aluminum layer inside. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
I'd be more worried about the glue. That's what I would be worried about, is the glue breaking down.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially since LaserDisc doesn't have grooves to collect gunk,
Yeah.
there's kind of no point in cleaning them that way.
But that didn't stop the other post about the guy saying, "Hey, I got a record cleaner. What would happen if I put my
Yeah.
laser disc in there?"
Yeah, that was the post.
Yeah,
It was an ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like, it's just going to bombard the disc with ultrasonic water waves. It's not going to do anything. Yeah. Those are great for records, though.
I don't clean my disc. I mean, they play fine. I've never had
I've
never had this problem.
I don't do the the expensive devices. I've got like a cheap plastic bin. And I just fill it up.
No, I'm not talking about records. I'm talking about laser discs.
Oh, those? I will
Yeah.
if it's, I don't know, if it's like really nasty and I'm getting some sort of interference, but yeah. Or if it's like looks moldy or gross or something like that, I'll clean it off. But
Yeah. What about if the surface is like hazy? Do you not like wipe it off at all? Like if it's
I've never
really
had that problem.
hazy?
I've never had that problem.
I've had a few
never
discs like
noticed
that,
it.
and I've
Yeah. So it happens so infrequently that I wipe it off. It's probably only happened maybe 5 to 10 times at most.
same here. Yeah.
I mean, I will put it in the player and see if it affects playback.
Yep.
And if it doesn't affect playback, I will say, in my entire collection, for reasons that aren't warp or laser tilt problems, I have had one disc that has been so damaged that it doesn't play properly. In terms of just like scratches.
Yeah.
And just the layer on top of the reflective layer is so sturdy in the LaserDisc format, and it's so thick that you would literally have to like put like duct tape on the surface of the disc to really like meaningfully disrupt it. It's so reliable.
Yeah, scratches aren't really anything that bad. Ryan's got some with like laser head grooves kind of dug into them. But
yeah, so and even then I'm experimenting with a way to get that out, but it involves a Dremel, so we'll see how that goes.
I mean, you got
I expect an update in the next week. I've gotten the tool. Hang on.
Yep.
Got a USB-C little mini Dremel.
Oh, look at you.
And I need to find the right polish because I used the wrong one on a test disc, and I made the scratches bigger. So, so I'll keep you updated. But yeah, there's very little. Like I've gotten discs that are just beat to hell from all corners of the earth, and plays right through unless it's like super deep or like a huge section. Just no issue ever.
Do you still use Novus 2 for some things, or?
I use Novus 2 when it's really, really grimy and gnarly, but mostly it's just a sweep with Novus 1, and that's to get all of the years of hate that was thrown at it, because they come from remote places in the world.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen some gnarly discs come through, but they do clean up nice. So they're like Ron Burgundy. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you guys those beat to hell Kiki's delivery services, and I still think they played, but they looked like they'd been rode hard.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some discs that, it looks like somebody drove over them a bunch of times, and I threw them in the player. Yeah, they're fine. So I think warp is a bigger problem than any scratches. Like
100%.
Chris was saying. So yeah, there you go. Good topic there, Hayden.
Thanks. Yeah.
I also found out we're talking to, I think we mentioned it in the last one too, LaserDiscs are reflective. Again, I'm going to keep reminding people just in case you're worried and you see, I saw a disc today. It had, it was infected with like all sorts of weird rot artifacts that looked like a ceiling, and it had fluorescent light bulbs in it. I don't know how the fluorescent light bulbs got in there, but it was amazing.
That's laser burn.
Laser burn, yes. So that was good. But I actually saw the light box on Amazon that everybody's using. It's like a PVC box that you buy so you can stage all your images. But the sides of it are this kind of like, it looks like space age material. It's like kind of foil looking silver with like a lot of like weird texture on it. So that reflects onto the disc surface, and everybody thinks it's rot. So go buy one. I saw one on Yahoo Auctions recently. I'm like, they've got the same rotted disc in Japan that guy had on eBay the other day. So, yep. So, they're reflective. Just check it out. Anybody else got some hot topics? Burning issues? What do you got?
I'm a big fan of the same person posting the same discs in different sales posts over and over again every night.
You like that?
Oh yeah, I love to see the same discs I don't want.
Over and over and over again? Yeah. So you're saying I should go and bump those posts right now?
It's like, hey, what's going on in LaserDisc Forever? Oh, I saw these discs last night and last week and 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Maybe people are watching movies. Nah, maybe.
Yeah, I just don't want to see discs on nasty beds. That's my thing.
Oh, with diapers and bras and the photos.
Like weird stains. I mean,
oh yeah.
I draw the line. If anyone has feet in their pictures, never.
Not buying your feet discs. Yeah.
See some feet on the ceiling reflected into the disc.
Nope.
No.
Get the fuck away
Foot
from me.
You have feet? Nope. I only buy from amputees, baby. That's it.
That's why I've plateaued all of my discs from tonight.
Antipodite. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't want to see feet, but yeah, definitely nasty bedding. Yeah, not really feeling it. But
it's always very strange to me when I see these gross pictures, like the lack of self-awareness that it would take to put that and then try and say, hey, somebody pay me for these things.
I just feel bad when it's like really nice minty discs that someone gets. So like they've spent their lives babied, and now they're on a mattress, the mattress from Hellraiser 2, that is probably like, you know, some sort of demon's gonna pop out of any minute. Like, those poor.
I get that reference.
Nice.
I've seen Hellraiser 2.
Yeah, there's a creepy mattress scene in there for, you know, the uninitiated out there. Yeah. Yeah. So there's been a lot of those lately. Creepy. Just kind of do a shiver. What else? Any fights? Any laser battles? I don't think. Yeah.
No, there's some people who just seem miserable, but
Yeah, that's fine.
like, I mean, whatever. Be miserable on your own time, not ours. But yeah,
I saw we had a new member from the Honduras today, and then I just saw his wall had a boat image on it, and I'm like, is this some sort of return of the Honduras boat incident thing, or is this like a legit seller?
next level troll.
That's what I'm thinking. This could
it's
be
probably legit, but who knows? Like,
yeah. This could be the ultimate troll. Yeah. Anyways, what was it? Oh, Plex and Brown is in the chat. Punk Nerd, shout out to everybody. Yep. Fred says old DiscoVision discs look pretty bad, at least a few I've seen. Yeah, they're weird. Sometimes like a scene or two will look good, and then the next one will be total potato.
the Disney movies that were on DiscoVision, well, they were like cartoons, they weren't even full movies, actually look pretty decent, which is just surprising. And then Disney doesn't even acknowledge they exist. They're like, oh, we never released anything on that format.
Yeah,
It's like,
I've got the Donald Duck one.
we have them. Like, it's
in
not
my
like
hand.
they were just like one of them as a test pressing. Like, multiple people have them.
Chris needs
whatever.
those for his Disney Complete collection, I think.
Yep.
Wherever he is. So you don't.
I heard he's going DiscoVision complete.
I think he's into it. Yeah, I haven't heard from our
Definitely
DiscoVision
wants
pal.
people to send him VHS and DiscoVision. He's all about it.
Marcus, you should go DiscoVision Complete.
I've got Jaws, and that's all I need. And it doesn't play all the way through. I don't care.
It's
I
a
have it for
museum
historical
piece.
purpose. Yeah, museum piece. That's the only reason why I got it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too many DiscoVisions. I see some signature collections and maybe some Japanese special collection Star Wars. I see Braveheart behind you, I think. So. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
You probably see it over here,
Yep.
which is in my two cell bin.
Oh no, we know you love Braveheart.
Signature collection. I actually decided recently that I'm just going to get them all, so I just recently put them all on the same shelf.
Might as well.
So
Yep.
I'm working through that.
Do you have
Yeah,
ET
the
down there?
The JSC. Yeah, I got multiple copies of that too.
Yep, see.
Yeah, ET.
Yep.
ET is right here.
I thought
Yeah.
that's what I saw.
Yeah.
It's got nothing on the side. It's just a big,
Right.
Yeah, big square.
Right.
Good times. Yeah, I like looking at the backdrop. So see what I can. I'm seeing a lot of those. Was it Sony discs that had the multicolor kind of spine from Japan there? So
Yeah,
Yep.
and those are all music.
Yeah.
I think it's music discs. And then DTS is right here, so
Oh,
you can
nice,
fit them
yeah.
all on two shelves for those who are looking to be DTS complete.
sweet score. You going Criterion Complete
Yeah.
next? What do you got?
No, absolutely not. I have no desire for that.
All right.
Nope.
We
Nope,
found a new variant of Criterion's, though. for
I will
Luke.
let Luke have that one.
Okay. All right. You heard it here first, everybody.
He's going full moon complete.
He's going full moon. Do you have them
I'll give
all
you the
right?
full
You
moon.
full moon complete?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's maybe like a fake disc that doesn't exist or something, but
Like Fudge Squad?
that's not fake. I got one of those.
I mean,
You sent it to
technically
me.
that's Moonbeam, so that's different.
Moonbeam's part of Full Moon. That's Charles Band.
Yeah, all right, good enough. Yeah.
But no, there's one that's like Hong Kong that I may never get, and I'm like, it's like a children's one. It's
Oh,
not
wow.
even Moonbeam, but yeah.
Is it a Prehysteria one or just something random?
No, it's something random.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, it's not gonna ruin my day. I have all the rest now. I verified it, and I ordered the last one, and it showed up this past week. So, and so I have all Charles Band releases if he produced or anything else, or was Empire Pictures, etc.
Nice.
And so I had needed 2 US ones after getting all the weird foreign ones. So I was quite happy with myself.
I'm going to IKEA tomorrow. Do you need me to get you a Kallax or two? Or?
and a new house.
I'm with Ryan on that one. If you're gonna get me a Cadillac, Sam, you might as well get me a house because I'm gonna need about an
They
extra.
sell
1,000
those at
square feet.
IKEA, you know.
Or we could just move into IKEA.
Build your own house.
Yeah.
If we could like move into IKEA, just take like a warehouse section and just
Take
build
it over?
Calyxes around and
All right, here's what we do. We all sell our houses,
Okay.
and then we buy a huge house, and also start taping a reality show
Well, yeah.
about the laser dogs.
Might as well
You
say
monetize
dogs
it.
or dogs.
Listen, HBO Max is done. Max is the future. Discovery Plus is getting folded in. We've got a shot, guys.
LaserDisc reality show. I see it.
All the premium content will go on Sam's Patreon. So
Yep. My OnlyFans. Yeah. Check it out. Yeah.
The Real Housewives of what's a popular Laserdisc destination?
Chicago. I guess. Carson.
I guess.
hey Sam,
Yeah.
I just noticed it's doing like a weird like not spotlight thing and it's jumping around to people
What's going
on
on?
your screen. You've got it set to like jumping instead of just like a tile view.
I didn't do that.
Dude, not us.
It's on
Just saying.
gallery. That's gallery.
Yeah, you want gallery, not
All right.
speaker.
Too bad, kids. You get what you get. That was because I had to shut down the chat. I probably like press some button.
You can fix it in post though, so that's cool.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. You're stuck with it, everybody. Live with it. Man. Well, a good thing I didn't take my shirt off or anything when I thought I was off camera.
As long as you're quiet about it.
Nobody's complaining about it in the chat, so they're good. You guys ready for some grails?
They fall asleep.
I've fallen asleep.
Grails will wake you up.
Oh,
This one sucks because somebody's like actively asking for grails, so it's a big one. So I'm gonna tear through quickly.
Well, that's happened like 2 or 3 times in the last
Yeah.
like 2 weeks, I think.
So I think I even had to leave a couple off. So I had to drop
What,
the
what are
line
your
somewhere.
grails?
All right. So Serial Experiments Lane Box, that's a good grail. A couple of people have that.
Yep, I saw that one. That's so fucking hard to find for anything that isn't less than like $300.
It is, yeah. And I saw like a
And-
good one, and it was like missing disc 4 or something. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not gonna get that. So, yeah. What else we got? Indiana Jones Trilogy UK box set.
I was gonna say I have the JP one. I guess that's not as hot.
What?
Nope.
Why? Did they say why?
No, I didn't.
Were they from the UK or at
Yes,
least?
I think they were.
Okay, that makes
I mean-
sense.
I mean,
That's
I'm-
allowed.
I'm assuming the whole plot of the third movie, the search for the Holy Grail, in joke, har har har.
Yeah, Japanese box is nice though. That kind of faux leathery look and the nice obi strip. Yeah,
Too bad the transfers all blow.
yeah,
but
they're not great. Yeah,
They're not good.
Yeah.
They are
I
ugly.
just
as
watched
fuck.
them all with my wife.
but all
and
Japanese discs are better than American
Yeah.
discs across the board. So, anyways,
Gotta
They
get
were-
those 4Ks, Ryan. They're beautiful.
yeah,
How many are in the 4K? 3 movies still?
yeah, just 3 because I stopped
That's
after
disappointing.
89 or so.
It'd be cool if it had like an empty spot for like the TV series.
There you go. TV series box. Who's got that on LD? That's hard to find. Yeah, that's a grail.
It was on my list. I will
Every
get
time it comes up, I'm not willing to pay what they're asking or
Yeah.
what it goes for.
it. That is
Yeah,
100%
it goes
it right now.
insane. And people are looking for it everywhere. Japan, US, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So-
Yep.
Good times.
But it's cool. If you go for it, it's beautiful presentation. Every disc has its own pictured sleeve that is on brand. It's got a little calling card if it's complete, like a phone calling card for all the calling that you do via your landline to long distance.
to talk about
With a car.
Indiana Jones. Yep.
Yep.
And what else we got here? Stone Roses Blackpool Live music release. The Keep widescreen. So there you go. Pokemon's Mewtwo Strikes Back. That's always a classic. Pan and Scan Jim Cameron movies. All of them. The Mummy.
No, dog.
The Mummy or older Jackie Chan movies. T2, specifically the blue and red box sets of the special edition. Michael,
Why the blue and red? Why would you pick the
they're
box
hard to
set
find,
over the?
right?
Those are
These
fine.
the later issued colors of the identical box set.
Marcus has them all.
Yeah, I'm going to get it right now.
He's going to straighten us out. What else we got? Michael Jackson, concert from 1996, and Ghosts, the PAL-only release. The Ministry disc, which is great. Peter said Mike Quasar LaserDisc player. He can't have it.
I got dibs.
What's that? You got it?
I got dibs on it.
Oh, all right, cool. It's going to Ryan. All right.
Peter's
Marcus.
gonna like get it and then sell out to me, so it'll work out.
Yeah, so I got the blue one. It's sealed still.
THX
With
height.
the little hype sticker.
Yep.
Yep. And all that's intact.
Do
then
you
the
have
red-
the later squeeze, Marcus? You have the later squeeze, right?
I have the layer squeeze too. Yeah.
Then why do you even have the box set? No offense.
Completion,
later
man.
squeeze.
Well,
Premium.
I didn't.
Like,
First of all, I didn't get the squeeze until just recently.
Yeah. That squeeze is a theatrical cut, right?
Squeeze
screams.
is theatrical cut. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
so-
think it's special edition. Yeah,
There you go, Ryan.
and that's the one I watch. I'm not going to pull out the box set and watch that one.
Yeah.
I got a couple of them for really cheap, and I'm like, well, might as well get all of them. So
I've got the gold one, so that's like the one they pressed 1 million of. So I mean, the silver one's pretty easy to find too. But
yeah.
Still talking about Grails?
yeah, we're back on Grails. Okay, Encyclopedia of Horror box set, Video Kid, the French version of the Wizard, Rad, of course, Chopping Mall, The Stoned Age, better than Dazed and Confused officially,
Oh.
Street Trash, Halloween 3, Star Trek box set. Not sure which one, but
Yeah, with Trek, I'm gonna say the only one that I would consider Grail tier might be the Japanese bilingual,
yeah,
and that's because it's hard as fuck to find for less than $200.
is that the gold one or the silver one or what?
That's the gold one,
Gold one,
and it's
okay.
the one that I'm looking for ahead of our potential Star Trek episode.
All right. All right, we're getting
I've
close.
not
You were
found
looking
it yet.
for-
I literally have everything else.
Tell me again, what movie is it? Which one?
Star
It has
Trek.
1 through 6.
It's the box
Oh,
set.
okay.
Yeah.
The box set.
I have the silver one, which is just the English tracks with subtitles burned in.
Got it.
The bilingual is a later '98 release that has,
It's gold. Got it.
yeah, it's gold.
All right, what else we got? It came
You
from
mean
Hollywood.
like this one right here?
Let It Be Unrotted, Big Audio Dynamite 1 and 2, a disc that I'm looking for, so I'm not going to mention it. Sorry, everybody. Monster Squad, the South Park movie, Rocky, doesn't matter which one, just Rocky. Boogie Nights Criterion, Hamburger the Motion Picture, The Mutilator, T2 Squeeze, either one. There you go. Get the later one.
No,
No,
you're-
definitely get the later one.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane, Criterion Collection, Spine number 1. Eden's Bowie, and one-sided flexible Discovision test pressings. Oh, and finally, Bad Moon.
I showed off the Discovision test pressing, right? That I had that's flexible.
Oh, do you have it? I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, I have
Marcus
that, and
got
I'm
the
like,
good one.
people think it's a Grail. I had no clue that it was that like sought after.
What do you mean flexible?
It's not there because they.
I have no clue where it's
very,
at.
very light, very.
It's literally like you can flex the whole disc
Oh wow!
without like because it's
Plays?
one sided. It's like it's got some weird layer where the other side isn't like a regular like hard side.
Yeah, when they first did the
Let's see if I
LaserDisc
can
kind of
find it.
reveal in '72, they were like flexi discs essentially. They just kind of like draped over the device to read it. Yeah, so
And that plays fine in a normal play right now.
I don't know. Let's see
Yeah.
if Ryan can play it, but I didn't know if that was actually feasible to hold up. It's gonna be flapping around in there. But yeah, they were like flexi originally, but I've never seen one in person. So
Yeah, isn't that like the Philips product?
yeah, exactly. So
One of those actually made it to market in like Europe.
Yeah.
Like one of the smaller countries in Europe. Like a TDP is the name of the format, something crazy like that.
there's that one Dutch collector on LDF. He's probably got it because he's got a lot of old like Philips test pressing stuff. So
There you go.
yeah, I don't have that. We'll see if Ryan comes back. But that's it for Grails. Sorry, everybody. You find it?
So
I don't know where it's at yet. I think I might know where it's at, but I want it on Whatnot.
Okay, but you can't like actually play it on a modern player, right? Or
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well-
like regular sized and plays.
have you played it?
Yeah,
what's on it?
Oh.
Porn?
Interesting. Lots of porn.
I wish, but no.
No.
The thing about Grails, I think talking about Grails and asking about Grails is kind of okay. Talking about things you want, cool. But like to post a question in the chat, hey everybody, what's a Grail?
That
What's
guy
your
did it
favorite
twice too. He's like, back to the
Yeah,
Grails.
Like, I know I did it last week, but I want to do it again.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm a firm believer in liking what you like and going after what you want to go after, and that should be it. But I enjoy like learning about new things. So that part of it is cool. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah.
It's a great way to find things you didn't know existed, to
Yeah.
find them before the other person does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I never share
Yep.
like what my top wish list is, because I don't want anybody else looking for it either.
Yeah.
Because that's all you see in the group. It's, oh my God, I didn't know that existed. That's going to the top of my wish list now. So it's like, oh, so now you've got
Look,
all
I
this extra
found it.
competition.
It's like guys, there's like two of this out there,
Yep.
and now you've got 700 people looking for it. It's kind of like how I made a big deal out of Lady and the Tramp, and then the moment after that episode aired, I'm
So
like,
easy to find. So easy.
I mean, it didn't take any time at all. Like,
Everybody's got them.
Well,
Shoot, one just
I
fell
paid
into my lap for
substantially
like
for it,
$10.
but yeah.
It's great.
yeah, it's like if I ever
I found a pallet by the dumpster.
I wish Hayden actually had someone off camera just with a Lady and the Tramp just ready for that moment. Just drop.
well, it's just like anytime I mention a disc on this show, I have either bought it already, it's coming in the mail, or I'm buying it while I'm talking about it. I literally bought on Yahoo Auctions a copy of Taxi
Nice.
during this
Sick.
episode.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
wobbly.
Yeah, I can like flex it with my hand.
wow.
It's a DiscoVision test disc, and it has like a regular MCA sleeve.
It's too bad it's Disco Vision, so it's garbage.
Yeah, I think it's just clips. It says Washington D.C. demonstration, so I'll put it on, watch it after this,
Nice.
and then I'll
You should-
burn Luke a DVD of it.
I was gonna say that seems like it's
Wait.
almost historically
Of what?
noteworthy.
Burn a
to the
DVD of what?
community.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that
You
like
missed
a
the
March
flexi
on
disc.
Washington or
Oh
what is
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Protest it?
Look how
Let me see.
thin it is.
Yeah, I was gonna
Wow.
say just
Super
single
thin.
layer. Or, yeah.
How about
Yeah,
you
it's like
send
a
that to me and
thing-
I'll burn
Yeah.
I'll burn a DVD for everybody.
Wow.
I'm afraid to ship it again. Like, I got it shipped once, and I'm like, am I playing with fire on this one? Like,
Oh
Drive
yeah,
it out.
that is absolutely a historical artifact at this point. You may have the only version of that out there.
yeah, I mean, I want to say I got it for it was something dumb like $30, and it's not something I'd ever spend like real money on, but because I don't think any people really knew what it was. There was only one other person bidding me up, and they dipped out really early. So
I mean, it's one of those things that it has historical value, but historical value doesn't always translate to monetary value.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
per se.
Just
yeah,
depends
it's
on who you're
there's
bidding
apparently
against.
4 people who say they have them in collections. So, I mean, I'm assuming 3 of them are still alive and not thrown in the dumpster.
Like,
So
I bet Jesse Skeen might have that, or
yeah, or
Caruso.
what's his name? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because he's like Captain DiscoVision. So
Yep.
yeah, but
It's
anyway,
apparently a promo. I don't know.
pretty cool. But yeah, like Haller was saying, the Lady and the Tramp effect is real, where there could be something that's very, very difficult to find, and then it just comes in waves. Like I'll find something, and then all of a sudden it's fairly common for a month, and then it dries up again. So
I mean, that's just the nature of, we are definitely in the late stage of Laserdisc collecting. Luke says things like, the places he used to hit are drying up in Japan and things like that. There are definitely more Japanese Laserdiscs outside of Japan than there are inside at this point. The same thing is happening with video games and other collector things.
I do think about that, the massive amounts of Japanese lasers that are being imported into the States. Like, so, yeah, our children will have an easy time hunting down like dead
I don't
people's
know. Think
collections.
about VHS tapes in America. Every household had VHS tapes. I think it was like that with Laserdiscs in Japan. And just like there's so much. I did say that before about drying up, but last time I did all right. Like, I found some good stuff. So it's I don't know.
Still going.
I feel like it's the whole thrifting thing. Like, you will hit a spell where it's dry, and then you can go back a month or 6 months later, and it's like Christmas again. So like it's all about putting the effort in.
Yeah.
So
I missed it. Someone was talking about Muse in the chat, Ryan. Was that Fred?
yeah, somebody was asking if anyone collects Muse, and I was like, you do.
I got about
Oh my god!
I got about six discs. So
You got
far.
Lawrence of Arabia?
I do. Yeah, that was one of the first ones I got. So
I'm gonna have to make a road trip. I know I keep saying that, but
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
very
hang out.
serious.
Yeah.
Someday I will absolutely.
I got Lawrence, Back to the Future, of course, and Legends of the Fall, everybody's favorite. Got to have that. Close Encounters and a
I
fish
bet you
disc.
Close Encounters is interesting.
Yeah, it's a special edition one, so yeah, it's got the the bad cut, but it's still cool to have in Muse for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably missing a couple. I need to get Jurassic Park still, and some of the other, and T2 obviously. So
it's one of those things that like I just don't want to commit to it because I'm chasing too many laser discs, like regular laser discs still. That
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of your resources away from the daily hunt. Yeah. And there's the guys I know that are into Muse hard, and they're gonna get like 5 or 6 at a clip. And yeah, that's definitely
yeah, and they're tracking down like fish discs and scenery discs at this point, and demo discs, and it's like,
Yep.
you're tracking down the unicorn of the unicorn format. Like,
yeah,
good luck.
it's good times. Yeah, I know. Like our friend Bill, he's got all the movies on Muse, and yeah, he's getting like weird kind of one-offs and BGV videos and stuff like that. So yeah, it's fun. Marcus, you're getting into that next, right?
Nope, absolutely not. Don't have the hardware. I'd rather get releases from 99 and 2000 and 2001 than Muse discs personally, but that's just me.
Fair enough. Yep. Fred says Ryan should get at least one to try it out.
I've watched it in person.
Yeah.
I just like it's
You've been
not
at Peter's
enough for
house,
me.
right?
Yeah, I've watched every tweaked out high end version of LaserDisc possible at Peter's.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. The LaserDisc demonstration center is in Chicago, Indiana. So if you're ever looking for it, you just have to know a guy
And ask the police. They'll
and
give you that.
hang out in his basement. It's not creepy.
Yeah, totally normal. So you buying his whole collection soon or what?
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this is like the second or third time you've bought his collection, but it never actually happens. So
Yeah. We'll see.
we're holding out
I got to
for
catch him on the right weekend. I got to not have a wife and kid around. You know, all the variables have to line up.
you. Yeah, the planets align. All right, we should probably do physical media pickups before Luke falls asleep over there. So
It's like the earliest time where Luke is.
Really
too.
late here in California, man.
The sun's almost setting, and I gotta get up in the morning and collect urine specimens.
he's
at
going to go
work.
out dancing after this for at least a few hours. Yep.
I had to turn my light on. God, this natural sunlight wasn't doing it anymore.
All right, we're going to do non-laser disc physical media pickups. I don't have too many, so I'm going to go in quickly. I'm going to do some CDs because CDs.
CDs.
Oh
nuts.
boy.
There you go.
Oh.
Is it because of CD store day? Did they have a
I went to CD store day. I love compact disc store day. One
You
I
go
had-
to the one row in Best Buy.
I know, it's so sad, right? Yeah. And it's all like $5 Black Sabbath discs. I mean, those are great too. I had to import this Propaganda, one of my favorite 80s bands. This is actually technically ex-Propaganda because it's 2 members that left the band, and yeah, kind of there's a lot of behind the scenes turmoil, but like really good stuff. I didn't know they were putting something back together again, and it didn't come out here in the States, so I had to import it from England. So highly recommend that. Also imported, I bought tickets for Tears for Fears in June, so I wanted to fill in some of the gaps in my collection. So I got the Record Store Day live at Massey Hall. There was an LP version, but I forgot there was a CD that was released overseas, so I grabbed that and just rolled in the other day. One of the first shows in North America, and then they played West Hartford, Connecticut, like 2 days after this. And Tears for Fears, Saturday Night Marshall and Lunatic, B-Sides collection, made in the UK. So I never had this either. All their B-Sides up through like mid-90s or so. Yeah, and got that. Oh, Luke sent some stuff. The Binge and Purge DVD set. So thanks, Luke. What a guy. I didn't have. I had the old box set with the VHS tapes, but not the DVDs. So that was nice.
Yeah, one of those is filmed in San Diego, right?
Yes. Yeah,
That's
the
fun.
San Diego is. That one's really good. The Seattle concert's good too. So, and then there's Mexico City on CD.
Just 3 of my favorite cities right there: Seattle, San Diego, Mexico City.
Yeah. I think that's where you're gonna go next.
Yep.
Luke also sent me a SHM CD of Death Magnetic, so I can feel the extra important power of this high quality disc. So that was cool. Thanks, Luke. And what else? Oh, I got a long box. I got the new Overkill CD. It came in a long
Nice.
box, and it actually has like a bunch of stuff inside. Let me see if we can retrieve it. It's got it's got the disc, of course, but it's got like a pin and like a sticker. So they stuck inside the long box. So, I mean, these were just trash back in the day, but now it's a premium item, so they charge you extra for it. And a few records came in, not too many. Got Motorhead 1916. I was psyched about this. Gimme Metal, the vinyl club I'm part of, is dying. It's shutting down. So this is one of the last releases they're doing. One of my favorite Motorhead records. It does not have Ace of Spades on it. Sorry, Luke. But
Is there like a live remix at least?
no, just all studio tracks and no. They do have a track called Ramones, which is really good. Tribute to the punk band. And went to Record Store Day, and I struck out on just about everything I wanted, but I did grab the Sword release. I love the kind of foil cover on this thing. It's really, really nice. So, and I picked up the last Sword Record Store Day release they did, so I figured I'd grab this one. And I got a Tori Amos disc for my wife as well, but I don't have it with me. Of course, I had to go on and get 72 Seasons, the new Metallica record. This is the indie store, I forgot what, some sort of smoky vinyl or something. Indie store smoke. Look at Kirk. He looks so sad. What's wrong, Kirk? Of course, they're in these like record destroying sleeves. It's like they bought their own record plant, but they can't put polyline sleeves. It just looks kind of violet. I don't know if you can see it. Let me put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So it's not very smoky at all. I think it's like midnight or something like that. So I had to spend extra money to get that because, indie store variant. And Luke went to Japan, grabbed a couple things for me because he's a cool guy, including a German pressing of Testament's first record, The Legacy. Really good stuff.
Really?
80s thrash metal. And I've been wanting to get this for a long time. The Faith No More Midlife Crisis picture disc from England. Little book in there. So
Yeah, I love that. That I had a shirt. I had that shirt growing up.
It's one of
What's
the
that on
best
the
pictures
back?
they did.
Yeah, so silly.
Yeah. So good. And you got me a couple 7-inches, including volume 1 of the John Barry kind of great movie themes of John Barry, 007. Really cool little
Nice.
little 7-inch. And Yellow Magic Orchestra, Q, one of my favorite songs from the album BGM. And UT on the backside. So been wanting to get that for a while. So thanks, Luke. That's it. I'm out.
You didn't have any movies? Yeah, no DVDs.
Yeah, I think the last thing I got was that Cinderella. Like, I mean,
Wow.
since true story, since the end dropped, I'm just buying fucking laser discs. I haven't bought shit for Blu-rays in like a year. Like maybe like a Blu-ray every 3 months or so. Yeah, I'm pretty much buying laser discs. So
That's where it's at.
yeah,
That's the point of the future.
So we like to hear.
yeah. I mean, when the Blu-ray Wolfpack podcast shows up, I mean, I'll kick up my game, obviously. But yeah.
We got another 20 years for that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, then I'll be buying cool Japanese import Blu-rays.
Oh God, no! Those are so expensive. Oh my God.
I know they are.
We'll be getting indicator box sets.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say that the boutiques are killing it. So I do appreciate their work, and I work for a boutique, and Ryan actually technically works for a boutique as well. So yeah,
We do a lot of work for them.
yeah. So
Archival.
so yeah, go boutique Blu-ray releasers. So
We might talk about them.
yeah, actually, yeah, we should do that. So there you go. But yeah, but personally, I just been buying Laserdisc because that's it's cool, I guess. Kids are into it. What do you got, Ryan?
Speaking of boutique labels, I did not think I'd get this today because it actually showed up yesterday. The tracking at the beginning of the week said Saturday, and tracking for Media Mail never gets there faster. But I did. So I got a order from Vinegar Syndrome, our favorite boutique label.
Yay!
I think some movies. Vacation of Terror 1 and 2.
Whoa, what's that?
I don't know, but it looks really awesome, and it's got a really
Whoa,
awesome cover.
is that Mexican?
So I think it's Spanish. It might be Spain. I'm
Okay.
not sure, but it looks awesome, and the effects look pretty practical, so that's cool. I'll cover the bottom of this for reasons.
Yes.
Got 5 women for the killer, so that looks pretty cool. I got a movie that Sam and I could not source for them.
Yeah, we tried.
Curse of the Blue Lights. This is apparently really boring, but definitely a crazy looking dude on the cover.
Look at
So
that guy.
no idea what to expect on that. And then because I get points from buying extra things, I got a slip cover from Mausoleum, and I realized after I opened the box that I don't even have Mausoleum, but I got the slipcover. So
you're prepared.
I am already 90% of the way to watching the movie. So, but I'll have to pick that up at the next hit. Well, it's one of those, the slipcover was sold out by the time I went to buy it because I started too late.
So you figured to wait.
So, yeah. So I'm like, I'll just get it on sale one of these times when I want to see it. Or, now they have the new like member club with points where you can get some legacy slipcovers that are discontinued.
Yeah.
So I'll just get the movie now and watch it. I did that with Bloodhook. So worked out. I got some other partner label releases. This is Lady Street Fighter. Looks pretty interesting. I have no idea. I got this movie called Thrust. It's got this Linnea chick on it. Yes, there's a guy pooping on the cover.
She was
too.
just at the archive the other day.
Yeah. Apparently it's a newer movie about a post-apocalyptic society where women are in charge, and I'm sure it's ridiculous, so I'll watch it and hopefully not hate it.
Should we throw Vinnie under the bus or no?
Yeah, Vinnie did not know who Linnea Quigley was.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
it's anyways.
And he's a film buff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently not anything good though.
Yeah.
So that's probably the problem.
So shout out to Linnea.
I got this movie. I know Luke got this movie and did not like it, so I was sad to know that I had ordered it, but it was coming with my regular subscriber order, and it's not good. But we'll see. I might still watch it, and maybe the other one is better. Who knows? I got some Canadian exploitation film, Gina.
Snowmobiles.
It's got a snowmobile chase on it, so it looks like it's going to be kind of ridiculous.
Sounds good.
I got The Flesh Merchant. No idea what to expect, but it looks pretty sweet.
He has a gun.
Yeah. And then I got a sweet blaxploitation film, Solomon King.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. And this one is now sold out
Awesome.
on the slipcover version. So, really, really cool. I'm glad I got that because I was like, I'll wait. And then, the FOMO hit because it was ticking down way faster than anyone expected. And so I bought it, and I'm glad I did because it's gone now. So. And then I had a few more lucky finds at 50 Cent Tree. Have you guys been to 50 Cent Tree? They were getting rid of their Blu-ray or their discs, their DVDs. I don't know if they're going to get any more back, but I got a Skeet Ulrich movie.
I was gonna say that.
Soul
Looked like
Assassin.
nice.
And Christy Swanson. So
Wow.
yeah, that's going to be a good one. I got Bride of Scarecrow at 50 Cent Tree, and Strange Nature. No idea if any of those are good, but at 50 cents for a sealed new DVD, we're getting ready for the spin-off DVD Wolfpack where we burn everything. So I'll have some masters to burn.
I swear there's one dude working the art department, like Strange Nature and the one before. Like there's a Hayden out there that all he does is just churn out those straight-to-video horror movie covers.
He can do 20 in a day.
Yeah.
And they're like,
All the
"This
same
guy's
font.
the best."
Yeah.
That would be my dream job.
He's got a template and he just moves it around a little bit. He's like, done.
Spooky tree in the background. Done.
And then we had Record Store Day. I don't know if we talked about that. at
Yeah,
all.
you actually had luck on Record Store Day.
Yeah, you made
So-
out well.
Yeah.
Saw that.
I'm a dumbass. I'm gonna preface that.
Okay.
I decided that I was going to get a specific record, which I'll show last. But only stores that got it, they only got one. So some of the stores were giving it away or doing silent auctions or whatever else. And so I spent an overnight starting the night before at 7:45 at night till 8 a.m. in 35-degree weather
Wow.
to get my records. I did get the Bluey record as well, and that's the only one I've listened to because I have a 4-year-old.
Well, yeah.
But I'm not going to show that. So, anyways, here we go. Earshot. This was big when I was in high school.
I was gonna say that looks like late 90s, early 2000s.
2001-ish.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Taproot.
Wow.
The Verve Pipe.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, neither had they. A T-Rex album. This was apparently a Japanese-only compilation.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
So they finally released it in the U.S. for worldwide for Record Store Day.
Wow.
So, I got some band. I don't know if you've heard of them, Sam. The Sword.
No,
Yeah, I could not get this.
no, never heard of them.
And
It rocks,
so
too.
I was
It's a good
really happy
record.
about it. I got a record for Luke that I haven't mailed yet because I spent all weekend in the cold and I need to send it to him. But I'm not going to show it. I'm not going
Gonna
to
show it?
I got this band called The Doors.
Oh, I've heard of them.
What
They
is
did
that?
a bunch of 3-inch, 3 of them, 3 inches
3-inch CDs or 3-inch vinyl
records.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
For that
Okay,
little
that's
player.
that thing.
Yeah, yeah, and I still don't have the player, but I've got the 3 inches. So
I bet you got a 3-inch.
yeah, that's right.
Didn't Vinnie really want that thing? You should rub it on his face.
He did. I don't know if he could still probably find those, but who knows? And then I got this
Oh, there it is! Whoa.
Macho Man, Be a Man. So this one,
Awesome.
they underestimated the demand.
The thirst, yeah.
Yeah, and they forgot that like wrestling people collect records. I don't know.
But
And this was
that was
the
a rap
hot record.
album. It was a rap album he put out, right?
Yes.
And only
Yep.
CD.
Yep.
Only came out on CD. Wow.
Yep. And this is the first official release, and they only did 1,000 of them on purple vinyl. So
Wow.
really excited about that. And then I got for being a dumbass and standing outside, I got some swag. I got this sweet record store day Metallica bag.
Oh, nice. Send that to me.
Yeah.
I didn't get a 72
I-
Seasons bag.
I might have to.
Oh, nice.
And then
I bought the
I
indie
got
store
the post-
exclusive. They didn't give me no bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dogfish.
Well, it was for a record store day
Oh, okay.
to get you to buy the indie release, and I still didn't. But I got a
Sam,
sweet Dogfish Head poster again.
Isn't Dogfish out of Connecticut, or am I making that up?
It sounds
It's
right.
Not.
What?
Is it Connecticut or is it somewhere else? I don't know.
I will have to
Somewhere
look
else.
this up.
Too bad you don't drink. They're real good.
I've got Dogfish water.
There you go, and
And
that's
then-
fine.
I picked up 2 records that were right before Record Store Day, and one of them is a reissue, which you guys probably heard of. But I picked up Cherry Pie.
Is that
because
music on
the cover's
vinyl?
Amazing. Yes, it
Nice.
is music on vinyl. So I now have all the Warrant albums from Music on Vinyl, and then I picked up this album. The cover's a little beat, but it's an original pressing, so I couldn't not
Oh,
get
yeah.
it. And
Oh,
it's
wow.
smoking clean. So
Wow,
really, really nice. Really looking forward to spinning this. So
that's incredible.
Yep.
Don't play it
But,
too loud. Marvin Gaye's people might sue you for listening to the record.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it during the Wolfpack to monetize it. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
let's
not
do
a
it.
good idea.
So yeah, I'd been looking for a good copy, and finally I saw one, and it was an original pressing, and I'm like, well,
Dude.
screw it, it's not going to get cheaper, so I just grabbed it.
I got a
and-
repress, so yeah, I feel that. That's my favorite record of all time. So you can play it on the Wolfpack. I'm cool.
Okay, cool. I'll drop the needle on it next one. We'll just listen to it and critique it, and we'll like
Exactly.
lift it between songs.
We'll do a reaction video from now on. That's our new podcast.
If you hum it, the
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye's people would sue you.
True.
And Luke, your Dogfish Head is apparently in Maryland. So
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
it's close
It's
though.
gar-
They're all like counties over there.
I could
Exactly.
You show me a map, I couldn't tell you the difference between Connecticut and Maryland.
Exactly. And what else
That's
we got? Austin's liked my Apocalypse Now poster. Thanks, man.
Sweet.
And then,
Cool. Who's next?
I believe that would be me.
Yeah, it's Chris.
Uh,
You got
who
it?
else?
And I will say, I'm gonna be real brief today.
Anybody
Real
better?
brief.
Aiden?
You got some Blu-rays, I'm sure.
I got 2 Blu-rays.
All right.
That's it. That's all I got. I'm entering my Michael Mann era. Picked up a cheap Blu-ray of The Insider.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Seeing a clip of an Al Pacino being Al Pacino moment on Al Pacino's birthday this past week, and I was like, gotta have it. Movie's probably gonna fucking rock.
It does. It's great. You'll love it.
And after a long wait, Paramount finally issued the Star Trek: The Next Generation movies in 4K UHD with Dolby Vision and DTS 5.1 surround soundtracks. So this one covers Star Trek Generations, Star Trek First Contact, Star Trek Insurrection, and Star Trek Nemesis, which means at this point, every Trek film is now available
In 4K.
in 4K with HDR
Yep.
on disc. None of these movies are particularly good except for First Contact. Generations is bad.
Yeah. It's watchable though.
It's watchable.
Yep.
Insurrection is harmlessly nothing. It's
Yeah.
a nothing movie.
It's like a random episode.
Nemesis is just objectively terrible, but it is the most recent and it does look the best of the four. But the Next Generation got fucked when they went to movies.
Yeah. The episodes were better.
Yeah, they really were a crew that shined as a group of problem solvers solving a case every week. First Contact, however, is one of my favorite movies of all time.
We should do an episode about it.
Yeah, I think we will. I think I may or may not guest host that one for the sake of the good times. But I sat down, smoked down all four of these. Again, none of these are any good except for First Contact, but I love all four of them like my own children.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not bad. They're just, well, one of them's bad, but they're just not great.
They're all better than Star Trek 5.
Yes. But I mean, like,
I'll set the bar really low.
Yeah.
I mean, like, with the original cast, they've got one objectively bad movie versus one objectively bad, two mediocre, and one great movie.
All
so,
right,
yeah.
What's the objectively bad original?
5.
5, yeah.
That's the why doesn't God have a spaceship?
Exactly.
one?
Yeah, why does God need a spaceship? Yeah, I mean, even Star Trek 1 is just, it has different values of entertainment.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more of a philosophical,
Wannabe 2001.
existential, a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them all decided to be blockbusters.
Yeah. There's still some killer model porn in Star Trek.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, the flyby.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Cool. You any records or
That's all I
CDs?
got,
or
yeah.
All right.
I haven't bought a record
Yep.
since I got those Kate Bush albums a couple of months ago.
Score.
Luke sent me a Bell and Sebastian CD that's upstairs,
You got to
and I need to listen to it.
Yes.
I will probably sit down and do that this week when I'm not
maybe
working.
with a lady friend.
Probably not, because I don't have the only CD player I have is in my basement.
No.
Bring
And
it
my
down to the basement, baby.
My basement is we don't hang out in the basement. You've seen this.
It's
space.
pretty
Come on.
sexy. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Come on, I got
Hey,
a
girl,
a goddamn curved CRT down here.
That's called
How
mood
big is that
lighting.
couch right there? Come on, that couch right there. Got a love seat going on over there.
No, it's a full 3-seater. I'm sorry, Luke.
Ooh.
So
it is the least sexy couch imaginable. It even has a fold-out bed for
Whoa,
guys.
for sleepover.
There you go. That's all you need. There you go.
You don't even
Unfortunately,
need to watch
I think if
Star
I
Trek.
folded it out, it would crush several laser discs right now. So
I think you've got
let's
the
not say we did.
you've got the
gonna
dead
crush
body from
something, man.
De Palma's sisters inside there. I've seen that couch before.
Is there still a dead CRT behind you too?
In the corner.
Oh yeah, that thing. Unless I get like a forklift, is never coming out of this basement.
Just sell it with the house.
So
bring the girl down there so she can help you get out of there.
No.
If he's bringing her down there, it's not for that.
Fred's also joining in
I
our
mean,
Final Frontier hatred.
This is a 27-inch that I picked up for free like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, that one's new, right? Yeah.
This one I gotta get a sticker off of it with some Goo Gone, but it's a really nice curved screen. Unfortunately, no component input, which is really only a problem for video games.
You got S
And
video.
then it does have S video, which
Perfect.
is exactly.
R7G, baby.
I've got two 27-inch flat screen CRTs that I broke the geometry on, trying to make some adjustments. Those are they're not unsalvageable, but I would need to hire someone who knows more than I do.
Yeah, you got to
And
get
I know enough.
to be dangerous.
Yes. And then there's that's like a 36-inch
Yeah.
CRT.
That's a beast.
I had to use some serious nonsense to get it down here, and getting it back up. Unless you've got I had wrist surgery. That's why I wasn't here 2 months ago. So I had wrist surgery and I was recovering, and there's just no way. There's no way I'm carrying that CRT
So
on
you
my
gotta
own.
just take it apart, man.
You guys in the chat,
Yeah,
come get a free TV from Chris.
Oh, the problem is so I actually like the size of that television, but it's got a problem with the light element, the light engine. The top third of it is like dimmer than the rest of it. And it's also got some really sick bleed. So like, I was watching Tron, and the light from the top edge during like the brighter scenes was just bleeding and smearing all over the top.
Yeah.
Yep. It was bad. It's just, it's not worth salvaging.
Well, glad you got a new one.
But, yeah, me too.
Yeah. That counts as a pickup.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's next? Hayden?
Yes.
Sure. I got a couple things. Got this at a thrift store, fistful of dollars.
Ooh, nice.
Spencer didn't send a dove to my house with a scroll explaining why it's the worst thing ever, so I assume it's decent. It looks fine to us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hear ye.
And then still need to watch this, but I finally picked up Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Hayden, where's your 4K?
it's in the future when I get a 4K TV and a 4K Blu-ray player.
Buy the 4K now so you're ready for the future when it gets here.
You can get me a 4K TV now.
I'm not getting you a TV. I'm saying you spend the extra $5 for the 4K disc.
Wow.
The future's coming, baby.
He's a 4K shill over here.
Yeah, I feel like the 4K TV costs a little more than $5.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then that's all I got for movies. And then got some CDs. My girlfriend and I have been getting into Blur.
Nice.
So I got Think Tank. This is like a cloth cover, it's like a book.
I've never seen
has
that.
the booklet inside.
Huh.
And I don't know if it's coming off in the video, but this part is all like
Gold
metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks really nice. And then
That's
the
crazy.
spine is also gold.
Sweet.
And then also got Blur's Modern Life is Rubbish.
Nice.
So far, it's probably my favorite of the few that we've listened to so far.
I think my favorite is what,
And,
13? Is that the one?
Do what?
I think 13 is my favorite. I think that's the name of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've listened to that one. There's I think all of them are just on YouTube, so we've just been going through
Going
and then we'll
nuts.
find one, and that'll just be our going to work music for the week. And then this I already have, but this is the WG Manticore release of Brain Salad Surgery, which is before they started remastering it. So this is just like the raw sound of the album. So if you like Emerson, Lake and Palmer just shredding your brain to pieces like I do, this is the one to get. It is not softened up. It's not sweetened up. It's left raw and painful and sharp, and I love it.
Yeah, so, that's like, what, mid-'80s release? Yeah.
I think 1987. It came out at the same time as the Atlantic CD, so they're both technically the first edition.
Huh.
But the Atlantic one is really, it sounds like muffled by comparison to me.
One probably has like
most people
pre-emphasis and one doesn't, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I just know a lot of people say that the Atlantic one is the only listenable CD in their opinion, but to me, this just beats it. There's so much detail that's just lost in the Atlantic version. It just sounds muffled to my ears. But
it's a hot stamper.
Hot stamper, baby. Yeah, like it.
So that's all I've got for media pickups.
Sweet. Who's up next? Oh, Luke should get a shout out as well. He did get me one of the records that I couldn't find a record store day. It just hasn't shown up in the mail yet, so I couldn't show it to you guys. So Luke saved the day.
Sure.
What do you got?
All right. So Japan happened real quick, and I didn't know I was going until a few days before, and so it's all kind of a blur. But and it's not a good blur where you're like, I just spent a bunch of money. Like, where'd it all go? Like, oh, it's not good. So I got some, but not a lot that I can talk about. First thing, I went to the record store the other day, and they said, "Hey, Luke, we got you a present, man. Come on over here. We got something for you. Something you've been looking for." I'm like, "Oh, great. What is it?" I've been looking for Tango in the Night by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, sweet.
Let me turn on light.
I say you're very dark today.
Yeah, sorry.
Mood lighting. You look at your records while you're gone.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night.
Sweet.
It's got the song Everywhere on there, which is a favorite of Ren's, and so I've been looking for it because I want to I made a mix with all her favorite songs, and I just didn't have this one. And it's funny because they said, "Hey, yeah, we got this for you." It's like, cool. And then I had to pay for it. It's like a present I had to pay for it. I'm like, oh, thanks, guys.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
Some Japanese ones I picked up. This is a fun. So I pick these up every once in a while in a dollar bin in Japan. What is this? This is a Gundam. Yeah, Gundam.
Ooh, soundtrack.
Soundtrack, yeah. I think there's a lot of talking on this one. I threw this on quick.
Looks like it's
the
for
other
the
day.
third movie release. Yeah.
It's got some book action going
Oh,
on
that's
there.
sweet.
Pretty cool. But yeah, you find these every once in a while, so I'll pick it up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Big fan of this band since I was 13. I got a nice Butthole Surfers. This is a UK version of an album. I don't know if I can say the name of. Oh, good. Rembrandt Pussy Horse,
Nice.
classic Butthole Surfers. That's different. This is a different cover. That's why I didn't look familiar. All right. Picked up some Sparks.
Oh, yes.
This is Terminal Jive. This is like the second one they did with Giorgio Moroder.
Yep.
He didn't do all the songs, but it has When I'm With You. Holy shit, that song is so great. Check it. The video is terrible, but the song is just banging. Also picked up Big Beats, a little Sparks action
Sweet.
for you. They are brothers, even though the cover looks like they're totally a gay couple.
Yep.
Let's see the action going on there. This was the big one. I was totally exhausted. The first day I get to Japan, my schedule is I go to the Imperial Palace, I run around the Imperial Palace, which is a 5K.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I want to do it twice. So I did a 10K that morning.
Jesus.
And then I go record shopping, and I hit 10 record stores. And
Oh my
on that
gosh.
one day, I was exhausted. And this was you just get to a point, you're like, oh, yeah, I'll buy it. I don't care. And this is one I got. This is the Noi box set.
Oh, sweet.
So they did one about 10 years ago. Noi is krautrock band. They broke off from Kraftwerk, right? And they put out Noi. Noi 1 is amazing. And Noi 2 is kind of like leftovers, and there's Noi 75. So this box set has Noi 2, Noi 75, and it has 2 tribute ones. It's missing one, Noi 86. But everyone says that's terrible, so
No loss.
whatever. No loss. But I thought there was one 10 years ago, and then you're just so exhausted and like, oh, I got that. Oh, I didn't. Oh, you just so
Then you just pass out in an alley in a pile of records.
just with all my shit.
People stepping over you.
Just throwing you in on me. There you go. Hope you're okay. All right, a few more. This is another one I got recently. I think I picked this up in Seattle, but I didn't show you guys. This is Dragon Sound 7. Did I show you this one?
Nice.
Yep.
So this was Dragon Sound, of course, from the best movie ever made, which I can't think of.
Miami Connection.
Miami Connection. And they have, again, the Friends song. Come on, this is amazing. These are, some more pickups. And this one I got in here, San Diego. This is the UK version of The Brood.
Ooh.
And it's got the UK cut of it, which is just which I actually sat down and watched with my wife. The Brood, great movie. Cronenberg. It's all about, it's like your anger becoming these little. It's amazing. Highly recommend. Wife actually loves it.
Wow. It's a good divorce movie too. So
yeah,
it's good for watch it with the wife.
Yeah. Last ones. I'm a big fan of these Region 2 Japanese DVDs and CD cases. I think I've showed you these before. This one I picked up. I was going to cheat, and I was going to watch it on this.
That's awesome.
It's the same cover. These must have been made like right around the same time. Like
97, 98. Yeah.
It says 97 on the back here. Yeah. So they've got the same kind of LaserDisc art. And I mean, I picked up a nice Sleepy Hollow.
Ooh, late release.
Yeah. And then this was a nice one to find, was Dark City.
Oh, sick.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. That's it, man. That's all I got.
Cool.
Yep. We're gonna talk about some burned DVDs because that's what I want to talk about.
I mean,
Well, let me do mine real quick, and then we can go there.
Marcus is next, and that's Burn DVD.
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Marcus.
Oh, I only have a few,
Yeah.
and it's a little bit repetitive, but I'll tell you why. So my son turned 15 yesterday, and we're having a party for him tomorrow at the house, and he wanted to watch a movie with his friends. And so I kept asking him, like, what do you want to watch? He's like, I don't know. What do you want to watch? I don't know. So essentially, he just picked a '90s blockbuster because he's grown up watching LaserDisc, and he's like really into that era because of Dad, which is kind of my fault. So he picked T2.
Nice.
So I think we talked about this offline some. So I was trying to figure out, all right, well, first of all, he's going to have like 10 or 12 friends over. I cannot fit them all in my LaserDisc space in the garage.
Yeah.
I wish I could, because then they could just throw on the THX Squeeze, and it would be an awesome experience for them. But I can't do that. So I said, all right, we got to watch something on the 4K TV. But I've heard just tons of stories about how T2 has just been completely wrecked
Oh yeah.
on Blu-ray and 4K. So I had to figure out which one to get. So watch Spencer's video. He walked through every single version, which was extremely helpful.
Yep.
Extremely helpful. So I ended up with
Oh, nice.
with this one, which came out, I think, in 2015, 2016, was essentially the last version, on a high def format before they really started jacking up the color timing and
Yeah.
DNR and all that stuff. So we're gonna watch this tomorrow.
Sweet.
Already gave it a spin on the TV, the new TV, and it looks great. All right, so since I had Spencer's video on the brain, as I'm going to local book offs and half price books, of course I ended up with all of his other recommendations of Terminator. So this one has, and I'm trying to remember the acronym for it. It's the Special Audio, the CDS.
The CDS 6-track or whatever.
Yeah. Right. So this supposedly has that track just like the AC3
Yep.
LaserDisc, which I also have, but it was super cheap on DVD, so I picked that up. And then Spencer also talked up this version of Terminator
Oh, the
because it's
MGM.
the MGM one. It's the last one with the mono track on it.
Yep.
So I found this one actually this week in St. Louis when I was on business travel. So
Yeah,
that was
they
a good
really
ad.
messed with the sound on the Blu-rays. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then a couple non-Terminator related pickups, both DVD. So last month I showed Airborne Archive Collection.
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently it came out in two different variants. The one I showed last month was the later variant. This was the earlier variant. It seems to be much harder to find.
Huh.
So picked that up recently.
Nice.
And last one, Boondocks Season 1 on DVD. So this came out. There's I think it was 4 seasons.
Yeah.
On DVD. You can get it all in one box set, but the artwork on the separate releases, which came out earlier, is just so
Yeah, it's worth getting those.
Oh, it's so cool. So it's got like separate artwork on each of the discs. So this is season 1, and I'll be on the hunt for the other seasons.
Yeah, those
Plus,
are great.
each disc
Great
has
sets.
its own case. Like, it's so much nicer when the discs have their own case.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
So,
some good bonus features and stuff on there too. It's definitely worth getting. So.
Yeah, I'm pumped for those.
Sick.
All right, that's it for me.
Nice score. All right, so DVD talk, right? So Marcus, you got a DVD burner recently, right? So
I did. I got the 25, the Panasonic 25. Same as Luke. It literally just arrived a couple days ago.
Yep.
Unpacked it last night when I got back from business travel, but haven't. I just turned it on. That's all I've done. I haven't done anything else with it.
So Luke's been addicted to it, right?
I have. So I will. Sam convinced me to buy. There's a really nice one on eBay, like in the box, everything, like in the original pack. Like still had the batteries for the remote, kind of thing. And I've always been wanting to do it, and so it came in, and I was a little, I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to figure it out, kind of thing. That thing is so easy. That's like popping in a VCR and hitting record.
Yeah, you were doing it like that day. You're like, I'm making discs.
Yeah. And then Hayden said, the big trick is to finalize the disc, and then it can play in any DVD player later. And that was a big, big tip. And it's funny because Brendan, our another LaserDisc collector, years ago, he sent me some burned stuff, and it didn't work. And for whatever reason, like just, I think one disc worked. Whoa, look at that.
There we go.
beauty.
There we
Fred,
go.
Fred was asking what's the best DVD recorder to get with HDMI, and I'd say that one, the DMR ES25.
Yeah, it's got the HDMI out. It's so easy to run. I run my LaserDisc player through it now.
Yep.
It's stupid proof. It's great.
Yeah.
So anyway, I put the disc in that Brendan sent me years ago, and I finalized it myself.
Oh,
and
sick.
it worked. It worked.
That's great.
So yeah, I just love it because, like Holler was saying, I'm not just doing LaserDisc. I'm doing like the rarest of rare that I have, and then I'm going to convince Cushing to send me his rarest of rare, and then I'll do his.
I just sent you one of mine, so some like a
Great.
personal taped off of the air from 1985 stuff coming your way. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you're gonna.
And then it's VHS stuff. Yeah, you can run a VHS through, and I'm kind of addicted to these tapes that I find at thrift stores that have just, movie airings with the original commercials on there. I found one recently with Princess Bride, and it only had like half of the movie, but I was like, I want to preserve this, so I put half of the movie on there, and then I cut in the rest with my Criterion.
Finish it.
Yeah, to finish.
Oh yeah,
it
and I guess I said the name too fast. Fred was asking what model number. It's DMR ES25.
ES25. I think it looks. I think it looks fine. I'm not. I'm not Spencer level details here. I think it looks great. Like even when I'm playing, I played like a LaserDisc, and it gets to the flip. My ears think I'm going to hear the sound of the LaserDisc flipping, but it's not there. Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a good play.
Yeah,
it's got a good film filter in it. So
very happy with it.
Sweet.
I used to do that when I had my dad's DVD recorder in like 9th grade. I dubbed LaserDiscs to DVD, and then I brought them on school trips where you had the buses with the DVD players.
Score.
So you and your hot girlfriends can watch it. No.
DVD harem. Oh, Fred's got the right
Don't make me come over there, Luke. Yeah. I'll do it.
So everybody can expect.
Where are those discs? That's my question. Oh,
yes.
Do you still have those discs?
Oh, the discs that I made?
Yeah.
Oh, I threw those out.
Yeah. They're at a thrift store somewhere.
They were DVD recordings of like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah,
we did not need them.
I figured.
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't anything interesting.
I guess it's that time we do the recommendations, huh? Do I have any? I don't know. Ryan, what do you got? What do you recommend?
I don't recommend Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, you're the one that hates it.
Oh, we're gonna have to
really
fight.
The commercials look so good.
I'm putting the gloves on.
It's just a mess. Like the effects were good. They had potential with the characters.
No spoilers. I'm still going, but
like it's just like, hey, let's do the worst possible decision path, and not even like a humorous or
that's what
haphazard.
Children do.
Hey, why is Vinnie in the chat? Why is he not in here? Get in here, Vinnie.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
He's
Slacker.
But oh man, it was bad. But I did see Renfeld as well, and I enjoyed that. It was dumb, stupid, fun. Was it great? No, but it was.
Yeah, Luke
nice...
didn't like that one, right? So
yeah.
But
yeah, Evil Dead Rise. Ugh, man.
I want to say Evil Dead Rise is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I'll be going to see that soon.
Hack job.
And you watched the last remake recently too, right? And you
I watched the remake last night, and that was better. The pacing was much better. The story was decent. I still don't think it compares to a good Evil Dead movie, but
there's a scene in the Evil Dead remake that I have not been able to get out of my head since I saw it at the second run theater in 2013. So
Punk Nerd wants to know, did you see the Mario movie? I know Ryan's seen it like 3 times by now.
Twice.
All right.
Yeah. My 4-year-old absolutely loves it. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Okay. I mean, it's a Mario movie, and it doesn't have Dennis Hopper, so the bar's lower already.
Nice.
But no, it's a fun Nintendo movie that's great for kids. Like it's exactly what you want.
Yeah, my kids enjoyed it too.
100%. And I don't feel like they did anything like controversial or crazy. The animation was really solid. I just enjoyed it. The biggest gripe I saw online was people were like, they scored parts and then replaced it with pop music. How dare they?
Okay.
Whatever. So maybe the Blu-ray will have like a scored version as a bonus feature or something, or an extended cut. Who knows?
I got a recommendation. It's one I did before. I'm rereading Heat 2 again. If you like Heat, get Heat 2 and read that damn thing because it's amazing. So I'm going to read it probably 3 times, but and then 4, and then 5. So, and then he's going to make a movie out of it, and I'm going to watch that 10 times. All right, who's up next? Chris, you got any recommendations?
Well, since the last time I was on the podcast, I've taken up a second job at a local movie theater, and they give me free movie tickets. So I've seen a lot of movies.
All right. Well, you got to pick one you recommend.
You know what? Oh my god, I got a tab saying that I'm playing music from going, that's very funny. I'm gonna say Beau is Afraid.
Oh yeah. All right.
It's time to talk about the elephant in the room. 2 members of our esteemed panel have seen it and did not like it.
Yep.
I saw it.
One was stumping for it hard too, and ended up not liking it.
He was stumping for the experience of watching it.
Yeah.
And then he watched it and he was like, not for me, dog. Which was very, very funny.
It was.
It's basically, what if a sad Jewish man with no sense of autonomy.
Has Jewishness ever come up? I don't think they ever talked about him being Jewish. Okay.
I mean, the whole thing is like they're shitting Shiva, and
they just the car said Shiva. That's it. They never said.
Yeah, well, like the whole thing about Jewish burials is
they're waiting to bury him.
Yeah.
But other than that,
basically, he has to go on this Odyssey-like journey to get from where he is in, I think, some sort of New York City out to kind of a rich suburb, which is about 6 hours away. And along the way, he basically almost gets kidnapped by one group. You know, a whole bunch of stuff happens. It's your typical journey story.
Not typical at all.
I'm going to disagree. I think that the things that happen to him aren't too off base with what happened in like the Odyssey or the Aeneid. These stories where these men are trying to get back home, and
he's got like what overbearing mom that freaks him out. Is that what's the deal?
At the end, they got in more into the mom, but
his mom dies. That's
the whole genesis. His mom dies.
I mean, it's not really.
Okay.
So what I'll say is I saw it as very much like a classical story in that sense. However, it is. I had a really good conversation with one of the guys I work with at the movie theater about how it's like trying to approach like Tim and Eric levels of comedy and absurdism, and it doesn't quite reach it because Ari Aster is a little too grounded of a filmmaker to execute the kind of lunacy in the same way where it feels funny. Sometimes it pushes the boundary between funny and just straight discomfort. And I watched it in a pretty packed theater, and the theater was pretty split.
Yeah.
Some people were laughing, some people got up afterwards, and you could hear them talking about how upset they are that they saw this movie. I stood firmly in the camp of I really enjoyed it.
Perfect timing, Vinnie. It's Beau is Afraid talk.
What are we talking about?
Beau is Afraid.
Beau is Afraid.
You know you're watching.
I was hoping I missed it.
Nope.
My final take is it's a 3-hour Will Ferrell comedy directed by an art house director
without Will Ferrell,
who isn't quite as funny as
he thinks he
without
is. The jokes.
I mean, I laughed a lot while I was watching Beau.
Are we wearing the same color?
Close. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. I recommend it just because it's interesting. It's divisive. It drives an interesting conversation. People have charged in my direction just to pick my brain about it because they know that I've seen it on more than one occasion. And that's always fun. The last time a movie like that came out was The Last Jedi.
Okay.
And people yelled at me for weeks afterwards because I said it was good.
Will probably yell at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have bad taste in
Let me
movies.
check the chat. All right. What do you guys think of Last Jedi? Anybody?
What I will say, though, my real recommendation is an animated feature called Suzume.
Cheating over here.
The Chris Haller 20 minutes to recommend something else.
Slick backdoor recommendation. I like it.
Listen, I see a shitload of movies, Ryan.
No,
they can't all star Michael Dudikoff and be done in 22 minutes and still manage to have 8 hours of sex scenes in them.
Listen, that is the best 72 minutes you're going to get for your buck.
Listen, all I'll say is Suzume is about a girl who falls in love with a chair
Okay.
because the man that she falls in love with he gets turned into
Magically.
a chair,
Yep.
magically into a chair.
Is it
And they
available?
have
Is
to
it like a
go-
Fathom event or what's the deal?
No, it's a standard Sony Pictures release.
Oh, okay.
So you can probably still see it for at least another week.
Yeah.
It's from the guy who directed Your Name and Weathering with You.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like either of those movies too much, but I really liked this one. He finally did something that clicked with me. The whole thing is they're trying to like go to different spots in Japan and stop earthquakes from happening.
Nice.
It's real neat.
Yeah. Punk Nerd's got your back. He likes all the Star Wars movies, so there you go. Yay, you got support.
Having my back.
Holler likes all the Star Wars movies, right? Episode 1 through 3.
That includes Last Jedi, so.
Don't speak for me. I don't like all of them.
There
He
you
hates
do
4,
now.
5, and 6. Got it.
Yep, heard it here.
Oh, God.
Scared Vinnie away. Who's up next? Hayden, you got a recommendation?
Yeah, sure. Since we did Fifth Element, I think I recommended this when I got it originally, but I'm going to recommend it again. Jodorowsky and Moebius's The Inkle.
Nice.
The culmination of everything that they were working on when they were going to try to make Dune, and that fell through because no one wanted to finance a 20-hour long movie.
Yep.
So instead, they made an insanely long book graphic novel series. But this is just the original. This is what they originally did. And this is hugely influential on tons of sci-fi, especially and most notably The Fifth Element.
And there was
There's
a
scene
lawsuit
early on in this. Oh, there was?
Yeah, it got.
Oh shoot, I didn't know that.
It ended up getting dismissed because Moebius had been contacted to work with Luc Besson, and he had been contracted to work on Fifth Element like early enough, and Jodorowsky was definitely keen on suing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
But there's actually supposedly a film adaptation of this coming out, or in the works, maybe in the works. I'm not sure at this point. This was like a year or so ago that I found out about it, and I haven't heard anything since. But I really don't think anything could do it better than The Fifth Element. Like, there's just so much crazy stuff that happens in this. There's like The Fifth Element translates it to film very well. So I would just say, if you like The Fifth Element, you just want a bigger, crazier Fifth Element, check out The Inkle.
Because that's the one with the cab driver, like the floating cab driver. And is that in that one, or is that one of the other ones they worked on?
Yeah, I'm actually about to start rereading it, but I'm pretty sure that's part of it early on. Opening scene with the main character takes a dive down into the city is pretty much exactly the scene of Lilu doing the same thing early in the movie.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Get some books. Get them from like a small independent bookstore.
Well, you guys should really be in bed because you got to start lining up tomorrow morning.
Dude, my
independent bookstore day.
Yeah, what do you got going on? You gonna have any giveaways or?
We have, So the thing with independent bookstore days, there aren't many exclusive books, but they do a lot of merch that's limited. So we'll have a bunch of that stuff, and we will be doing our first Whatnot stream at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.
Wow, with a signing
live with a signing with an author. Yeah, it'll be cool.
Nice.
And we'll do giveaways during that too.
Good times. All right, who's up next? Luke, you got any recommendations?
So I want to put in my plug for Beau is Afraid. I
Superman
thought it should have been Beau's big anxiety adventure. It was just Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but with anxiety.
Big anxiety adventure.
You know, it's a good concept. It's a good pitch. Like, what if all of your anxieties were real? Like, I was with the movie for a long time. I was laughing. It was funny. But then, he got to a point where it's like, yeah, I'm not laughing at this. Like, I'm drawing a line here, dude. And then it just kind of, we all mother issues. That's nothing new. Like, big deal. Like, that's since the beginning of time. We've heard shit like that. And then that was it. 3 hours late, 3 hours gone by, just sucked out of me. And that was about it. So I do not recommend that. But what I do recommend is you all go on Freevee and watch Jury Duty.
Oh, nice.
That show was so funny and such a nice, pleasant watch I watched with my wife. It was, the premise is it's kind of like Truman Show meets The Office, where there's a jury duty. There's 11 actors and then one real person who doesn't know it's all fake. And it's just kind of amazing how well it works. Like, he sets up jokes. Like, there's one joke in the first episode that he just kind of laid up, and the actor just fucking dunked on it. It was great. Yeah, I highly recommend. Everyone's talking about it, and it's James Marsden is in it. You know, he's just amazing.
Yeah.
Marsden. Yeah, yeah, highly recommended.
Nice. Also,
people are talking about it for a reason.
We got a shout out to speaking of things that are published. Free Comic Book Days coming up, so get ready for that.
Yeah, that's a cool one too.
Yeah, Marcus, what do you got? Recommendation?
Yeah, I got one. So wife and I recently watched a series on Netflix called Beef. A lot of folks are talking about it online. You probably heard of it. Yep. It was excellent. I don't want to give too much away, but essentially there was a altercation, related to road rage at the very beginning, and between those two parties, that altercation escalated, and it just set off a series of events that, the way Netflix writes shows, it's like you end in one episode and you're like, I got to know what happens next. And it goes over the course of 10 episodes. It talks some about the other thing that's cool about it is it talks about the Asian American experience, which is not often told. So that's a cool element of it. But yeah, the whole series of events, there's just lots of twists and turns. It was really good. So really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Vinny, what do you got?
I scrambled to get pickups, but maybe I missed the second.
Do you got any? Yeah.
I don't have a lot of LaserDiscs because, as you know, I'm basically only collecting Criterion now.
I mean, it's the wee hours. So everybody's already like tired. You can do whatever you want from here on out.
I'm trying to thin out I've decided I don't need as many discs as I have, especially the ones I have in another format or better format.
Ooh, better.
Believe it or not, there are
better. What are you talking about?
Yeah, a couple. So just getting rid of
a couple, more than one.
Couple. So I'm focusing on Criterion. I know I said I'd never do that. I'm still not
officially doing it.
In, but if I get a disc now, it's usually Criterion. But the last couple of things I got, I just realized one was kind of interesting. Whenever I think I'm Scorsese complete, Luke will find another one like in an alley in Japan somewhere. This is Amazing Stories, which features the episode that Scorsese directed called Mirror Mirror.
Nice.
So I have the US one. This is the Japanese one. And this is Martin Scorsese presents Naked in New York, which I don't think I've seen. If I did, it's been quite a while. But it's got all the great New York actors like
Macchio,
Ralph, Timothy Dalton,
that guy,
Whoopi Goldberg, Kathleen Turner. It's a weird cast, and they don't wear pants.
Well, yeah, they're naked.
This was a movie I'd never heard of. It looks pretty cool. I do have it it's sitting out here because I meant to watch it, and I should have because it stars Harry Belafonte. It's The World, the Flesh, and the Devil. It looks really cool. I've never heard of this. This is in CinemaScope. It's 1958, 95 minutes.
Sweet. Looks like a late-ish MGM.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it a later release?
It is.
97-ish or something?
I think it's 97 or 98.
Yeah, it's going to be.
97.
Yep.
Yeah. It's an allegory about three people struggling to rebuild civilization in the wake of a nuclear holocaust.
Score.
Cool.
Yeah.
That looks good. What else do I have laying around? I got these.
Ooh.
These are Academy screeners.
Oh.
VHS Academy screeners from 1999.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Score.
What else? Yeah, so most of my LaserDiscs are Criterion, so I'm not going to bore you with all of them, but there's slowly grabbing them. I did get stuff from the Indicators sale that just came in.
Oh, hardcore.
It's like 4 for some amount of money. It's pounds, so I never know what I paid.
Yeah.
Mickey 1, which I had on LaserDisc and never watched, but now I have the Blu-ray.
To not watch. Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Fantastic Albert Brooks movie, Modern Romance, which is not on LaserDisc, but never really got a good widescreen release here.
Yeah,
so
it's not worth chasing down.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, see it, or at least on YouTube, watch the scene where Super Dave Osborne, who is Albert's brother, tries to sell him or does sell him sneakers and jogging clothes so he can go running.
Rest in peace, Super Dave.
Yeah, Super Dave. And then another amazing version of The Swimmer, a movie I really love. Has anyone seen The Swimmer?
I've been wanting to ever since that last release came out. I've been wanting to get
Amazing.
it. But, yeah,
It's about it's a John Cheever story about a guy in Connecticut who sort of is in a midlife crisis, decides to sort of, instead of walk home, swim home through his neighbor's pools. It's pretty cool. It's got a poster in there. Amazing booklet. Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm excited.
You going to keep your other copy or?
Yeah, because that's well, this one, I'm just going on the fact that every region B that I tried in my regular player with a hack seemed to work. So hopefully these will work too.
Nice.
I showed my son the first Planet of the Apes. I think last time I was on, we talked about it. So I grabbed the Legacy collection that's got them all in here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Spot. Conversation.
Ooh.
This is a region B.
Import.
Yeah. Studio Canal. Because the LaserDisc was not widescreen.
Womp womp.
Widescreen or bust.
Yep.
Check out this Limey Steelbook.
Ooh, late release.
That's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
It's a great movie. Cool. Has everyone seen Limey?
No, because I can't afford the LaserDisc.
Yeah.
This was 99, right? I think.
On backwards? You got that on backwards?
No. Do I?
Sure.
Yeah, Limey. Which way? This way?
Yeah.
No, can't be.
No?
Well, it's a slipcase over the steelbook.
Okay. Got it.
All right. I got Ryland Hum on HD DVD.
Ah, nice. Dead format.
This was a 20 HD DVD lot, or 22 of them. I got it just for this and one other disc, and then I promptly sold the rest, which I didn't need, but the guy was only selling them.
HD DVD player?
I do, because Peter mailed it to me unsolicited. So
did you check to see if that still works?
Yeah, only the Warner titles I have issues with, which everyone knows. So I basically only have Paramount and Universal titles.
That tracks.
I did get a bunch of Criterion, but I'll only show this one because it's awesome. Hollywood Shuffle.
Yes.
Nice.
Taped this off of HBO and wore that tape out. Showed it to every friend who ever came to my house. It's the greatest. So I'm excited to see it properly because I never saw it in theater.
Neither did I. But that was a cable staple.
Yeah. This was something I thought was cool that I'd never heard of. Did you know Robert Altman did an anthology for TV called Gun?
Yes, actually, I've heard of that, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's 6 episodes. It traces what happens to a single gun as it passes through the hands of these characters. 6 episodes total. Did he direct any? There's a bunch of interesting directors here. Sean Young is in this. Rosanna Arquette. Gandolfini. It's really cool.
Nice.
I just literally missed them. I don't know where this aired. It might have been ABC. There goes one of them. But it's called Gun. Check it out. And finally, I'm the only person in the world who loves this movie this much, but I had to get this lenticular, wait for it.
Nice.
Colossal Blu-ray.
Yeah, Colossal Rips. That's a really great movie.
Yeah, it's really cool. I somehow saw it 3 times in a matter of a few months. 2 different festivals and then at home. It's really cool. It's the darker side of Jason Sudeikis too.
Not everybody's been waiting for. Yeah. Good times. Bonus points for that Peter Gabriel record in the background too.
Oh, actually, let's see. You
got some pickups?
Oh yeah, I think I showed you guys. What did I get? Yeah, Gabriel, I got somewhere for like a few bucks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at the run out and see if it's worth anything. I'm sure it's not.
Spencer will do it for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
That cover.
That rips.
Yep.
This I think I had, but I must have been listening to it. That's why it was on the front. Paper Moon soundtrack.
Hoagie Carmichael. Yeah, all the hot jams on there.
Oh yeah. all heaters on this.
Yeah, exactly. The kids are all banging it.
Yeah. I got this because it's my favorite Springsteen record, and I didn't have any Springsteen vinyl. So I had to get Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't have any either.
This I got when one of the Barnes & Nobles was going out of business. I think we talked about this, Wild Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Jessie Buckley, who was in Women Talking this year, but here she is a singer by trade as well, so it's really good. That's it.
Cool.
A band called Beret that I loved, that I saw in Seattle. Everyone I was with hated them, but I loved them, so I bought their record.
Yeah, support the band. I like it.
Yeah. All right.
Good deal. Any fig
That's it.
dish?
Awesome. Just looking around. No fig dish. Well,
okay.
I showed you the 7.
Yeah.
I have them here, but I can't show them because then people want to buy them.
Yeah. Sorry. Don't get too fired up.
A little too late for that.
Yeah.
The hardcover
yeah.
version of Once Upon a Time.
Have you read it yet?
Which has no.
Yeah.
Well, I started the paperback.
Yep.
It's got cool photos. I start a lot of books, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Finishing them is another story.
Nobody has
This
to know
has,
you don't finish. You just pretend like you do.
Yeah. This has all the cool stuff in the back.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like a comic book from one of his TV shows, Mad Magazine cover.
Does it
Really
have like
cool
the
stuff.
posters for his Italian movies he did? All that
Exactly,
stuff?
yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. That's not in the paperback, I don't think.
Yeah, I'll have to get that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just have them in
Good
color.
jam. That'd be nice to have like a full-size reprint of those
Oh,
photo
yeah.
posters
Yeah.
for sure. I'd put a
And
Rick
I got
Dalton
this-
poster in my house.
It's probably its own cassette, which is supposed to be volume 1, The Mighty Casey, but when I opened it,
Oh
it
no.
was actually volume 2, Walking Distance,
that was gonna be
narrated
porn.
by Cliff
What a
Robertson.
ghost story.
Womp womp.
So now I'm just looking around what's in front of me.
Yeah, this has turned into what's in Vinnie's house.
Yeah, oh, look at this. I have Night of the Hunter
Oh, look at this.
soundtrack.
Wow, import.
Yeah, this was a Brendan Murphy recommendation
Huh.
to get the soundtrack because it's got dialogue from the movie, which is awesome.
It's good for party mixes.
It's got the score. Well, he had it on vinyl, I think. So, all right.
Sweet.
So, what I missed? What'd you guys talk about? What were the hot
Fifth
topics?
Element we talked about.
Oh yeah, Fifth Element's great.
yeah, you're a fan, right?
What are we going to tell people that they don't know about the Fifth Element? It's great.
I mean, I think we sold some people on it.
Okay, it's the only LaserDisc I ever had to do the weight press on to flatten. Yeah, it was a good pressing. It wasn't rotted, but it was a little warped, so I had to do the.
I noticed.
I think gallons of water on boxes on top of it.
I think side 1 runs like pretty far to the edge. So
Yeah.
I noticed if it's got a little bit of warp, like towards the end where Zorg's
Right.
showing his weapons to the
Right.
Mangalores there, like that gets a little flaky sometimes if there's just a little bit of warp. So
That I have to bump that up on my son's film festival list.
oh yeah,
We should do that soon. Yeah, I don't think I have a Oh no, I do. I have a super bit DVD of it, but I don't have a
Oh
Blu-ray.
my
Thank
god,
you.
not the super bit
I
again.
mentioned this. I
Have you
repped
been
the
talking about
bit.
super bits?
I did, yeah.
I have a couple in there.
That was like the go-to, man. It's got the GTS track, and it's like all that space dedicated to picture quality. So
Nice.
and then Hot Topics were mostly talking about water effects on Laserdisc. Don't put them in a ultrasonic
submerge
record
them.
cleaner. Yep.
This was a hot topic. Okay.
Hayden
Someone
brought
put
it
in a record cleaner.
Yeah, they had one of those like ultrasonic degritter,
Right.
and they're like, this will work great with Laserdisc. And then everyone's like, yeah, that's like
No, well,
yeah,
Terrible.
exactly. And then it got into the whole thing where the guy said, "Don't ever use water on Laserdisc ever because it'll seep
Right.
through the plastic and it'll destroy it." I'm
That
like,
makes-
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I've cleaned LDs, and I mean, maybe they're all ticking time bombs now. Every day the water seeps through just a little bit more, ready to destroy that reflective layer. But
If you're gonna put them in the record cleaner, just stick them out front. Use the garden hose. Just
hose them down. Yep. What else did we get into? I don't know. Brian? What would we do for Hot Topics?
I say we just start over. Let's
Yeah,
just
let's roll it back.
It was an
Nobody
extended
thought
Grail
about
watch
anything?
this time because of the guy who asked like 6 times about it.
Oh yeah, we had grails for days. Yeah. So,
Oh god.
Grails.
what's your grail,
I don't-
Vinny?
I got it. It was the DTS Dark City.
Oh yeah, good for you.
Well, now it's Luke has everything I need. He's got that. He's got Prince of Tides back there in a safe.
And the
He's got it in a
trash
safe deposit box at a bank.
by the dumpster.
It'd be great if you put that in a bank vault.
Yeah,
And you come in every few weeks and just have the guy show it to you.
check it out. Yep.
I need to be alone with this LaserDisc for a while.
Yeah, yep, still there. Fuck.
Then
For the record, I also did not enjoy Beau is Afraid. It like Luke, it was a interesting enough start. It's basically a 3-act movie, and the first act is good, and then parts of the third, I guess. Some of it, how it comes together, was interesting, but the middle was rough, not fun to sit through.
You're running that at your theater, or
Yeah, we're showing it one show a day because it's 3 hours, and no one's really coming to see it. But
7 people.
Yeah,
7
people showing up.
Screening.
today was 7 people, actually. Yeah, not counting me. Super
Yeah.
Mario is still,
Yeah.
you know,
We had a
still
bunch of
doing it.
college kids show up to the first screening at my theater,
Yeah.
and they just all walked in. Man, that was so fucked up, and I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
because I'm sitting there cleaning the popcorn cleaners. They're shouting about it. But not the
I
popcorn
feel like it was definitely a director that had 2 smash hits, and he
Mhm.
was given a blank check to do whatever he wanted,
For
and
sure.
that's what happened.
Yeah,
If you look
exactly.
at Jordan Peele, the same thing. He had 2 smash hits,
Mhm.
got a blank check, and he made Nope, and Nope is just way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, nope. I gotta
Nothing but
rewatch
net.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I
I
should
did
revisit
see-
that.
I did see the 4th John Wick, which was a lot of fun. For
Oh, yeah.
if you have
I
3
did see that.
hours, spend it there instead.
Yes, I think that is a much easier recommendation because
Yeah.
it's just good without any rationalization.
And that
And
did
also
bring
Jordan.
up the whole conversation about how does he travel, and then I found out how he travels,
yeah.
and there's a whole
Yeah.
thing about the Continental, and then now there's a Continental spin-off show that's coming to
Yes.
Peacock.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but we all want to know, what is the continental breakfast like at the Continental?
Jordan Peele knows.
It's terrible.
Yeah. It's just like little bagels and then like a
Wait,
waffle
wait,
maker.
What am I supposed to do with this? A
Yeah.
A lot of
muppet.
cantaloupe.
The waffle maker's always missing batter, and yeah, it's just no good.
Fucking muted me. Son of a bitch.
I also recommend Jury Duty and Mrs. Davis. If no one's watched it yet, is cool.
What's
Damon
that on?
Lindelof. That's on Peacock.
Okay.
It's bananas.
All right,
hard
all
to
right.
describe. A nun, like sort of near future, where AI is sort of
Future
taking over.
nuns. Got it.
And Betty Gilpin is a nun on a motorcycle trying to find the Holy Grail. It's crazy.
Sounds
All right,
normal.
well, it's 11:30.
Yeah,
Do I
let's-
have time to go half an hour on Star Trek Picard?
Yeah,
season
let's wrap
3?
this up. Next
Oh.
spins. What's everybody spinning?
Never heard of
next?
Star Trek.
Yeah. Anything?
I've been watching Star Trek Voyager on LaserDisc recently.
Nice.
That show sucks.
All right.
That
All
show's
right.
dumb as hell. But the artwork kind of rips.
Okay.
Voyager gets better after the first season. Took a little bit.
Season 3, some of those episodes are like eating a bowl of Rice Krispies without any milk.
I don't know. That sounds pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, seriously. Like I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep rocking some Gundam stuff. So I'm trying to get through everything because I keep buying it. So I might as well, if I'm buying it, I might as well use it. So
Right.
Corey Haim and Elves.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching Tyler the Irresponsible Captain too, I think.
There you go. Hayden, what are you watching?
Just more Ultraman,
Sweet.
more Ultraman after that. We are going to see Bo is Not Afraid tomorrow. We do have tickets.
Yeah!
Nice. Oh, it's really good. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
So,
Yeah.
can't wait to
Gotta
hate it.
even the odds. You better love it. Otherwise, I'm gonna look like the biggest jackass.
You already do.
Brutal.
I'm flying to San Diego right now.
And that'd be great. That sounds great. Yeah.
No,
Awesome.
you might
Put
you
the
might like
boxing
it.
gloves on.
What's up for you, Luke? What are you watching next?
Oh, I'm going to finish Explorers probably.
Oh, nice.
Put that on. Hayden, check it out. It's real good.
Send it to me. Burn me a DVD.
I will burn your DVD.
You totally
I'll
will.
gladly do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be. What are you burning next? Should have been the question.
Luke's gonna
Yeah.
go to prison
Burning.
for bootlegging movies that are copyrighted.
Yeah, we're getting. Yeah,
The next episode, Luke's gonna just be in fucking jail.
a guy will come in behind him and just handcuff him.
Yeah. Did you accept a phone call from fucking San Diego Federal Prison? Please.
Well, they're never going to find the evidence. They have to listen to 3 hours of a LaserDisc podcast to get
who's that?
to the evidence. So, I mean, it's,
I think you
we're safe.
misunderstand. I think lawyers would fucking love to
Do-
do that shit.
Do we have any feds in the chat on YouTube? Any of you guys working for the man?
And if
It'd
you
be
work
great
for
if
the
this was
man,
a
I think Fred's
Not
working.
a Fed.
Yeah.
this was a 47 episode punked of Howler where none of us are actually LaserDisc collectors.
It's all
It's all fake.
bogus.
and
Dude,
you know
everyone
what?
in the group is fake.
wouldn't
I don't even like
give a
LaserDiscs aren't
movies.
even
fuck.
real.
Yeah,
Is
Hayden's
there
AI.
nothing Hayden's AI.
Seth is generating me from Sweden right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just, what's up for Marcus? What do you got
Which
next?
one of you is Seth's puppet?
I'm gonna watch Thunder Run. One of the
Nice.
ones I got from Luke.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
It's got a semi truck on the cover. It can't be bad.
And
semi-good.
flames and a motorcycle and
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
come on now.
Yeah, and
gotta
have
be
fun with T2. That'll be good.
Yeah, T2 Blu-ray for the
Oh, nice.
15-year-old's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Has he
And
seen
by
one?
the way, he has not seen one. No.
Yeah.
You went right
he
to
has
two.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we went right to 2.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
that'll probably play
Yeah.
fine, right?
And Vinnie, by the way, I did feature your
Oh,
DTS
nice.
that you sent over to me.
Yep.
So I'm only 2 away now.
I was
Thank you.
going to spin it before I sent it, then I was like, eh.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater. I have the Criterion. so
You did
one
your
day-
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next for Vinny? What do you got going on next?
Well, I do want to watch this LaserDisc because
Yeah.
That's cool.
I've never heard of it. It looks cool. But also for Spencer, I grabbed Get Carter, which I'd never seen.
Oh, sick. Nice.
So I do want to watch that. And
And then get the stolen version, obviously.
they're both fairly short. Yeah, no, not this. Actually, it's only 112 minutes. Yeah.
Perfect
So
length.
I mean, there's Kane with a look at this photo.
Yeah.
Kane holding a sawed off. This woman is not wearing pants, just wearing underwear
I'm sold.
and high boots. Like, yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Fred's backing you up, Chris, who says there's some hilarious essays online about how Janeway is a psycho in Star Trek Voyager. So there you go. Cool. Well, I think that'll about catch us up. Thanks for hanging out in the chat on YouTube, everybody, and thanks for everyone in the future who's going to watch this. And I'm sure Vinny will go back and watch it in 2x speed tomorrow.
Yeah, see what I missed.
Yeah, I mean, all Fifth Element talk. It's great. You should get a copy.
Yeah, I have to finish
All right.
the Ari Aster Joaquin Phoenix podcast first.
Yeah, that's coming
All right.
up coming up next.
Godspeed, folks.
Yeah, have a good
All
one.
right.
Rip some DVDs.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Piracy.